Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Jenna Blackard.
And I'm Leonka Reina.
This is the How Hustle Mystic Morning Show. Today, we're starting with Nicole Pope, and we've got three callers all day. It should be a very spacious day.
We're super excited. I mean, it's going to be one of those days that has full transformation, and we want to hear all about it. So, not only can you write it in our school, where
Mhm.
you can find in our dashboard,
It's
it is
called Community.
it's called Community, and you can also write in on our chat, which we have on Zoom, and also on Instagram. So, we're doing a contest, and I want to know what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what are those transformation, and what we call whispers. Tell them what whispers are.
Yes. Let me first tell you where the community is because there's been a little confusion about that. We have a main page that we keep sending you over text and newsletter. It's called our live page.
It's like a dashboard.
Yes. It's like a dashboard. It has the whole calendar. It's where you go and watch all your replays too. On that page, there's a big screen where we're sending out day one. Underneath it, there's a big link that says join the community. If you would like to play with us, we're following the whispers of oneness. And that's really the minutes and the moments in your heart, not ours, or when we proclaim, oh, that's a whisper from Joe Dispenza or D Martini or whoever else we've had on the show. But it's your whisper. Oh my gosh, big insight, big aha. And it could be a picture. It could be, oh, I've seen this word like already today. I've seen the word unity twice.
Oh, I'll say you
Yes.
know something funny.
Mm.
So on the disclosure, you know how they have that cardinal. So Disclosure Day is the movie,
Uh-huh.
and they had the cardinal, and how we
Right.
had that cardinal that came up to the house.
House.
Okay, when I was watching KView the other day, which is our news channel, there's this cardinal that sat on the camera.
What?
So it's like a cardinal button. The feather's just waving his little cardinal button in the camera, and I thought it was the funniest thing. And so they're like, "Oh, well, hello, cardinal. Our weather camera has a cardinal sitting on it." And I thought, "Oh, I like that. Thank you, signs."
Yes.
And so those are just those little like very much like maybe your spirit guide winks or your higher self winks, God winks
That's a
that
good
let you
example
know
of
that
one.
you are on the right path. So I
Yes.
thought that was super funny though. I
Like
was
and,
like,
and we're super
really,
corny here. So like we had somebody post dragons that she saw in the sky.
yes.
And then I get a whisper that it's like,
Which
oh,
is
I'm making a new table.
yeah.
And the marble in my table kind of looks like that cloud and the dragons. So,
Wow.
and it's just kind of, it can be fun, cheeky,
Yeah.
playy, but they can also be the whispers that actually rule your life and
Yes.
create your life in each moment.
Yes.
As I shared in day one, I said, finally, maybe we'll get some of you on board in your bones that you know that you create life in each moment. So we're just going to continue the conversation doing that.
They also equal clues. So if
Mhm.
you find from one speaker is saying this and another speaker is kind of backing that up, or you finding that
And
the information really correlates together,
yes.
put those whispers too. I feel like we're like the mommy schloofs of the internet, right? We're like not just solving like crimes, but we are solving mystery, right? We're uncovering mystery. I don't think you can
Mhm.
ever fully solve mystery, but at least we can find different places where the ancient scripts say
Say it.
things, where science repurposes it, where we see these themes really come to life. And I always say that themes usually show up in threes, and that's usually where you like, okay, I'm really listening now, spirit.
Right,
I
right,
hear you.
right,
Let's take some notes.
right.
And you can do that again. You can do that on the school. So we want to hear about your whispers there, or
The
on
community.
Instagram, How Hustle Live, and on YouTube. So please make sure and if you're on YouTube, like and subscribe. If you are on Zoom, please go over to YouTube and also make a comment, because I love all your chatter on Zoom, but the world of YouTube doesn't get to see it, and they don't get to see all the interactions. But we love having you here join us live and interacting live. So please just do us that favor, go over there and just make a little comment or like and subscribe. That's how we can continue to grow this really beautiful community and change the world.
Especially if you're watching again or on the replay, there's always that little YouTube link at the bottom. You can just click on it and just say, amazing call. I mean, it doesn't have to be anything profound, or we just appreciate kind of starting the interaction with the community. We are really here about community, about unity, and about oneness, and we really can't do it all by ourselves. I mean, that's the whole point of this all.
Very much so.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and bring Nicole up. Nicole, welcome.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited to have you. There's moments in my life when I call a speaker and the moment that they answer on the other end, I feel that sense of, oh, I know you.
Oh, that's cool.
And I very much felt that about you when we had a conversation, and I invited you onto the show, and I just want to continue that, gossip girlfriend.
That woo gossip girlfriend,
I know
right?
I don't know you that well, but let's start.
Oh my gosh. I'm an open book. So you can literally ask me like all of my students are on here. All my clients are on here. Good to see everybody. So yeah, I'm an open book. I am who I am. So ask me anything. We can gossip girl the crap out of this. Can I swear on this, by the way?
Yes,
All right.
absolutely.
We will gossip girl the shit out of this. All right,
Yay.
let's go.
The idea here is like sometimes creating a safe space where we can talk about these woo topics. It's like having this, conversation across coffee, but talking woo. And we're not afraid to go deep. And I can tell that when you are an open book, that allows for people to really see the authenticity of you. Why don't you start there a little bit? Tell us, for the people who may not be familiar with you, kind of where you, how you got into this work.
Where your woo began.
Yeah. Where'd your woo begin? Where did the woo begin?
Oh my goodness. I am a late woo bloomer over here. So I actually started my life, quite ironically, married into the last name Pope, but I started my life in the Catholic faith. I was actually an altar girl. And so religion was always a part of my life. And I grew up under that Catholic umbrella. I'm now a recovering Catholic, happy to say that. But I spent the first 36 years of my life completely unaware that this is what I can do, that I have a connection, a divine connection to the other side. So I actually started my life in business school. I went to school for computer information systems. I ended up working within the corporate space for 20 plus years, doing financial services, insurance, private equity consulting. And I got into my woo because during COVID, while I'm homeschooling my 5-year-old child who is trying to learn how to read in kindergarten next to me.
Oh no.
We are in the basement together, and he is terrified for me to leave him because he can see spirit with his eyes.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
It was unbelievable. So I spent a few years, to be honest with you, laughing it off and thinking he has a really big imagination, until it just got worse and worse and worse, and exhausting all other options. I reached out to the medium that I used to go to, and I said, could he actually be seeing dead people? And she's like, oh yeah, there are definitely dead people in your house. And I'm like, okay, great. What do I do about that? And she said, you're a medium. Why don't you figure it out yourself?
Oh, wow.
I'm like, I'm a what now? Say, come again. I'm a what? And she said, you didn't know that you were a medium. So that kind of popped my woo cherry, and I ended up signing up for her 8-week beginner's mediumship course. And I have been off to the races ever since.
Yeah, I've heard you're a really good medium too. Like there's some that are kind of like, yeah, I don't know. But I would like to take some callers today if you're open to that, just so they can experience your work.
Absolutely. I'm totally open to that today. Absolutely.
So when your son is doing this weird stuff and you're, kind of not been that introduced to it, but you had enough information because you had a medium. What were you really, by going to that medium yourself and then her changing your whole career path, what did you love and hate about it?
The career path of it. No, I loved my corporate career. Can I say that? Like I loved it. I was really good at it. I was the technical term was a Six Sigma master black belt. So I essentially worked with Fortune 500, Fortune 50 government entities to solve very difficult processes. So whenever they had a problem they did not know how to solve, they would send me in to the fire and I would find a
Nice.
way to fix the problem. And when I'm talking about fix the problem, not on my spiritual resume by any means, but I've reduced the wait times at the Department of Motor Vehicles by 66%. Like I've had $50 million in measurable benefits and capacity efficiency gains at organizations, improving the financial services processes. Like I'm not kidding. So I actually loved my corporate career. It was so easy. And I was really, really good at it. But what was so interesting is that I was good at it because I was naturally leading into my intuition and I
I
knew
knew
exactly
it.
who the troublemakers are, right? I knew
Yeah.
exactly how the
Yeah.
project needed to be solved. And I
Yeah.
never knew that, right? I was like, oh, this
Yeah.
is common sense. You all don't see the same thing I do.
Yeah, you were able to lean in and possibly with fresh eyes as well with that intuition, right? You could intuit where those things are. You know, it's almost like to me, it's a clear that so I smell it out, right? I could sniff it out. But one of the things I want to ask is that something that you bring into your work today?
Yeah, it's amazing because it is just so natural for me. And it is very interesting because the things that I used to intuit and pick up on are the same, I'm using that same clear sense. I'm using that same intuition and gut knowing, the clear cognizance of exactly what needs to be talked about and where. So it's really interesting because I inherently, as a human being, know where some of my clients might need a little bit of help, but then I completely open up my channel to spirit and let them come through and deliver the messages that need to be heard, not necessarily what you want to hear.
I
So
like
that can be
that.
part of the difficult part of this work.
Yeah.
But it's always for the highest and best good for the evolution of my clients.
Fabulous. Well, I love that.
Well, I can see how you were probably giving a lot of corporations like some of their like, hey, this is what needs to change. So like with tough love and how you probably bring that in that really needs to be seen, right? So you've had a lot of experience in probably sharing sometimes the things that most need to be known.
What's some of your most profound ghosty stories
Oh
from
my goodness. Oh, I should
I'm
have
glad
these
you asked that.
in my pocket, but it's so interesting because as you channel, you don't actually remember what you
Yes,
say.
we are aware of that.
So I would say some of like the most profound things that I've heard end up being validation after the session for something a client couldn't take. So for example, recently I had a client that came in and I was like, your dad keeps coming through. There is something with his stomach. There is something. I said, like, he can't eat, right? And she said, yes. And I said, okay, so can you just go check on him? I do think he needs to see a doctor. I don't know how serious this is, but there is something that is energetically disruptive in his stomach and it's not going to go away. And she ended up calling me a few weeks later and she took him to the doctors and he had the beginning stages of, I think it was stomach cancer.
Oh boy.
And so it was really interesting because it's not like I can't predict the future, but I can tell you exactly what your highest and most likely path is. And to be able to point out either, what's in your trajectory and what's going to continue forward and being able to have people validate that is pretty freaking cool. But also like the fact that if this is your trajectory and you don't like it, let's work together. Let's fix what timeline you're on. Let's adjust that and change that so that you are moving towards a life that you love.
Love that. I recently had a dream. My husband's mother has dementia and she's in advanced stages. And I had this badass surreal dream of her coming and talking to me. I've never ever had a dream
That's
of
an
her.
example of a whisper.
That's an example of a whisper where there's some dots maybe to follow. Mostly it was just comforting messages from back to my husband. Do you find when you talk to spirit or channel, it doesn't matter if they're dead or alive?
No, you're absolutely right. Ding, ding, ding. Spot
Yeah.
on.
Okay.
Because we are all spirit in human bodies, right? And
Yeah.
so it gets really confusing for newer clients or folks that are newer to the space that maybe only see the mediumship that exists on TV with like Tyler
Right.
Henry, et cetera. But the reality is that we don't come here as our entire soul, right? Our soul is actually in the spirit world. And the way that spirit shows it to me is we are like a sunflower. So the black middle is our soul that lives
Just
in
have
it.
to point something
Yeah.
out.
What's that?
Yesterday, the first call of the day,
Yeah.
she had us imagine a sunflower, and then she worked through the sunflower more by pulling it through in the fifth dimensional source.
Love that.
And right before the show, I told Leonka at the beginning, I said, I walked into the grocery store and first thing I saw was a sunflower, and it just kind of energetic blossomed up. And it's so interesting with imagery that you just use sunflower. That's all I have to say.
I love it.
Wanna...
I love that. I love the whisper with that.
Sunflower.
So yeah, so the
It was
middle of the
also my
sunflower.
previous brand. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, it
I'm stopping.
was.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's right.
Well, isn't that ironic?
It was. That's right.
And some of that's been coming back around.
That's actually
Yeah.
the
Okay,
biggest
so
for now.
like
Okay.
what?
That's
Tell us
the
about the
biggest for now.
sunflower.
Okay, so like the message in that, Jeneth, is like what needs to continue forward from your previous
Yes.
business.
Well, we know whisper mapping was a mapped out thing that I had in my previous. So we know that that's one of them, which is why it's whispering back in.
We repurposed an old commercial, if you will,
Mhm.
the promo, and we revamped it for today. We made it really fun, but it was like the attention grabbing of it was what was working, and I think we brought that back. And there's just been a lot of little pieces that are
really showing up.
Right. I was saying, okay, now it's time.
Yeah.
So that's really fun. So thank you for that. Yeah.
I'm sorry, you guys. I do get just overexcited sometimes, and things just pop out. I will try to reframe, and so we can get back in the flow.
I love this. This is the whole point. But yeah,
Yeah.
so I think where I was at was so the middle of the sunflower is the soul, and then we have the petals, which essentially represent all the different reincarnations that you'll have. They all exist at the same time. We can go down that rabbit hole or not. And so as you are coming into the physical world and incarnating into an experience, your soul is still there. So you are able to tap into the soul of everybody that exists, like living, recently departed, very long time departed, historical figures, deities. So they're all over there on the other side, and you can all tap into them. So that idea of living mediumship is definitely something that I think is starting to bud within the mediumship space, but I have seen it over and over again. And actually, most recently, I had a living soulmate come in for a reading to say, like, please be patient with me. I have a lot to learn.
That's really beautiful. Really beautiful.
Wow.
I guess I just feel compelled to share this, but one of the things that was very obvious to me, I channeled Nostradamus through a big project that I did. It was a journalism project with QHHT. It was past life regression. But one of the things that was very apparent in that Nostradamus really wanted to let me know is that he was not dead, that he was experiencing me or our interaction at the same time. So we were having an actual interface. And so I was bringing information through, but he also wanted to let me know, and I could see, the various different aspects of the way that they were living. And then he got information from the aspects of the way we live. Right. And I even taught him a couple words that were in my library. But the funny thing is that I was thinking about this today, was that the biggest thing that he wanted me to know in this particular piece was that we were both existing at the same time. And I think as science is starting to really unravel that we are in this same continuum, that it's not necessarily a linear, but actually simultaneous. And science is showing this. It's like people are really starting to get on board. I remember seeing a Men in Black, and there was the guy that was kind of Looney Tunes in Men in Black. He was like, it's all at the same time. It's all existing at the same time. And everybody's kind of looking at the guy like, okay, you're crazy. But he was really onto something. And they were really showing us back in that time that, that science is really able to corroborate what we've heard and known, and what you probably experienced through your mediumship, which is really fascinating. I'd like to be able to take some
callers.
Yeah, let's do it.
Go ahead and raise your hand. It's the little button at the bottom to raise your hand. And we'll go ahead, and we're just going to kind of pop through. Can we ask questions as geez. We do take
Welcome,
our Mystique group, our inner circle group first. By the way, I just, when I'm in a presence of somebody, then I feel like I want to ask. can we just openly ask a question like, what do you sense for me from a parent, or is there a message that comes through?
We can definitely do that. I will allow spirit to reserve the right to override. Maybe
Uh-huh.
in
Oh,
case
cool.
there's
Okay.
something that needs to be heard instead of
Yeah.
wants to be heard. Yep.
I like that.
Right.
Yes.
Great. Can you do it? Do me?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Do
I
it.
thought it was a
Do it to me,
hypothetical.
Nicole. Do it.
I love how
Okay.
she's that coy about it. Like,
Sure. Okay. So is there something in particular that you want? Or
oh,
you
I
just
want the
wanna do-
O.
Yeah.
But I'm a channel on, I channel the Arturians, right?
So,
So I
yeah.
know what channeling is, and I do talk a lot with my father who passed in 2017. And
Yeah.
I feel like he's the closest one to me right now.
I mean, so he absolutely is. And he's a little bit funny in terms of, I do see that he plays a lot of like tricks on you, or at least
Mhm.
there's these little things that pop up from him that always remind you of him. I know you're constantly
Mhm.
talking to him. And I know that he's really funny in terms of his personality, and he's really subtle and almost like sarcastic. Would that make sense with him?
Yes.
And what's with the passing in the lungs? I feel like he passes of an illness. Is this correct?
No. He was on Coumadin because he did have high blood pressure. And
Okay.
so he died of a massive heart attack.
Okay. The reason I'm highlighting this is because I feel out of breath. And so that could be what I'm experiencing. But more so, he has always treated you like you are the perfect little princess. Like you have always been his number one, loved and adored you, supported you. And I feel like he was your number one supporter, even when other people maybe didn't want you to do certain things, or if you wanted to do things that were out of the norm. Is that right with your dad?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. And he's highlighting, gosh, how much you have grown. So he must have passed quite a little bit ago. But also like professionally, how much you've grown in terms of your vibration as well. And this was the O that I was experiencing at the beginning, is because I want to like bring it up above mediumship for you, because it is so much bigger than mediumship for you. And this is where like spirit wants to come in and talk about you and your life path and your goals, because I see a crown on your head, and I want to tell you, like, the sky is the limit for you. And when I say the sky is the limit for you, a lot of people will take that and put that into the context of what we deem as successful here on the 3D experience, being like, oh, I'm going to be amazing in my career. This show's going to blow up. I'm going to do all these things. But it's different, because the sky is the limit for you in terms of vibrational coherence and your ability to connect with anything ever across the universe. And so I need you to expand what you perceive is possible. And I know that you're already very open in that. So that is not a small statement by any means, but it's almost like interdimensional channeling. It is going into other universes and channeling messages from other galaxies and other universes that exist out there. And it's almost like going back in time and channeling the vibration or the energies of the stars themselves as they were starting to evolve and like be formed and moving into all of these different like states of being.
Wow. Cool.
Yeah. And these aren't things I say to everybody. Like, this is the first time I've said, go channel a star. But I will tell you that there is something about learning from the evolution that you see out there in terms of like the stars and the universe, and using that evolution for you, for your clients, for your business, and like realizing that there's patterns to everything. You're a big pattern person, huh?
Yep.
Okay. So
wow.
And like learning the patterns to things,
Yeah.
and you're going to be able to make your life easier, flower, faster, again, higher vibrational when you tap into not just a point in time, but tap into the evolution of something across time to see how it grows and changes.
Wow. Yeah, that's spot on. I mean, I do see that, and I do, yeah. Wow, Nicole.
Can I go next? Like, oh my God.
Yeah, we've got time.
We do have
Okay.
time.
All right. Because Lianka, I'm definitely not feeling like, I know that you have loved ones on the other side that like, who is your stubborn grandmother that just like butts in all the time?
Well, I've got one grandmother that passed,
Okay.
which is my mother's mother.
Very opinionated.
She might be. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you not know her here in the 3D experience?
I did, but
Okay.
I was 10 when she passed.
Yeah. Okay. Because there's a distance between the two of you. So I'm seeing her. So I just want to validate that she's here with you. And I would not be surprised if she ends up like, if she doesn't already, butting into a lot of different sessions, because she is so strong-willed and so much like you, which is really like where whenever there's a relative that maybe you don't know as well, a lot of times they come in because they are the version of you, or they're reflecting their own likeness and similarity back to you, so that you can see yourself through the eyes of somebody else. And so like the personality traits that I'm seeing with her is she's very stubborn, like in a loving way. So I don't mean that in a mean way, but she is very stubborn. She is very opinionated. I do see that she has incredible integrity in who she does and what she, like how she handles herself and the family. But more so, like, I want to call out, because you have such deep values. Nothing that you do is at a surface level at all. And it's just like, and it's not just deep for deep sake. It's like you want to uncover the truth in every single thing. You learn as far down as you possibly can go, so that you can use those tools, so that you can give those tools to everybody. When I say everybody around you, again, not just clients, it's friends, it's family. It's like literally like, hey, did you hear about this? What about, did you know this was possible? And then you move on to the next, and then you move on to the next, and then you move on to the next. So it's this constant evolution for you. And the two of you actually are a wonderful fit together. Because, because
universe made it way this way.
Yeah, like, well, Jenna keeps you like, she's just like, okay, let's focus back in reality over here. Like, so she pulls you up, and
yeah, see, and we call it control.
and Leonka, you're like, no, you need to come back down to reality. So it's like you pull, so Jenna pulls up, you pull down, you get back in the middle in terms of the baseline. And then for you, let me see if there's something that they want to share with you for the future. There is something about using your voice more. And I know you already use it a lot, but there is something about making sure that you are speaking your truth. And it's almost like you standing up for people, or you like, I want to like, in my mind, the similar vibration I'm feeling is like social activism, but it's not, because it's for individual people, but it's creating transparency, it's creating knowledge, it's creating trust about certain topics. And I realize that's probably the basis of this show, but it's different because it's like this protective mom energy that almost comes with it. Like, I'm gonna, and it's not just about you using your voice, but creating a safe space for other people to use their voice and make them feel loved and supported. And so like, I don't know what you do, if you do anything with like speech coaching or anything like that, but that would be a really wonderful place for you to expand into, just to allow people to learn how to use their authentic voice in a safe way that allows them to be seen as well.
I love that.
Yeah, she's a singer.
Oh, she's a singer.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. But also, and that is one of the things that I always keep trying to reiterate on this show, is that it is a very safe place. Like, you know, woo can be a topic that sometimes people really like, you know, my son goes to a Catholic school, right? And so I always kind of get that little bit of pushback over it. Like, people were like, oh, Leonka talks about that stuff on her podcast, and my son is about to go to high school. So he's like, oh my gosh, you know, so I kind of think about those things, about how he's going to navigate that. But also, I also think about the mom who's also, you know, another mother at that school, who wants to understand some of the woo concepts, and I say woo playfully, but it wants to understand and uncover more spirituality and go deeper into, while also feeling supported and not ostracized by their religion or what their upbringing was. So I think that that's what we've always wanted. I keep trying to say that for this show too, is that creating that safe space, no judgment, loving place, community where people can just come and ask their questions. And maybe I need to do more of that by getting out and sharing that as well.
Yes. And giving, I love that so much. And also giving people a safe space to ask questions and reach understanding, which I think is the community aspect of this. Is that right? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I mean, we're all in our different spiritual journey, and no question's going to be the right question, right? Like, it's, you know,
no,
human understanding is so broad.
If it wouldn't be a question if it was a right question.
And so we don't judge. We just allow people to have, and really creating that safe
Go
space.
delusional. Go delusion on us.
if you want to, but yes, that people feel really empowered to ask these really strange questions and feel loved.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. You know, it's in our inner circle. It's like, is this white flower like, you know, what I was like,
Right.
what do you know
I
about it?
send
It's like all the
dragons in the
questions.
sky
Right.
and be like, and have
Yeah,
people say, yeah,
yeah, it's
I
a
see it
dragon.
too.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, it's a whisper.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it so much. Yeah. And Leonka, it's just everything has to be practical for you. Like not in a diminutive way, but it's like everything has to have real results or practical application here in the 3D experience.
That's funny.
Mhm.
Yeah, that sounds very, very true. I'm always trying to, I don't call it hack, but I kind of feel like everything's hackable.
Yep.
And so I'm always trying to be like, okay, what's the fastest way we can get that way? And then I'm,
Yeah.
all the way from makeup.
We
to
like
everything.
AI,
Yeah.
even though it's environmentally taxing. Great. Let's go. We want to we take our Mystique group first. So we're going to go quickly through you guys. Dana, you're up.
Hello, Nicole.
Hi, Dana. Is there anything I can answer for you?
Well, I'm in a big transition period right now, and I've like changed the whole trajectory of my life in the last 5 years and some really deep, a lot of deep work. I'm just curious what you may see for me or what I need to know in the moment.
Oh, it's so interesting. So I see that you keep trying to move forward and or like there's something about like wanting to meet and be that next evolution of you, but there's always this look backward with the quote unquote shadow work. Is that right, Dana?
Well, so what you're probably seeing is I'm in the middle, right in the middle of ending a 22-year marriage. And so I've already energetically disconnected in the last 4 years. Just my human is catching up. I'm just going through the physical part of that.
Got it. Because it feels like you're almost, I don't want to use the word stuck, but it feels like there's a struggle to move forward.
No, it's literally, I'm waiting just doing the legal process. My soul is already past it. So
got it. But so I think this is beyond the marriage. This is beyond the separation. There is something about you and your energy, and yes, absolutely closing the loops on that is going to help you kind of push in terms of the trajectory forward. But also there's something, Dana, about owning the imperfectness of who you are. And
that's what I've been doing though the last 5 years. Yes.
And that's what you need to do, because that quote unquote imperfectness. And when I say imperfectness, it's just based on the expectations of society and the things that we are taught to suppress and the things that we taught are not valued by, our loved ones, our friends, society as a whole. But those unique, beautiful vibrations.
I've already passed that though.
Yeah. Those unique vibrations of you are what allow you to shine. So there is really something about as you close those loops that are coming energetically, or that in the 3D experience, as you close those loops, it's like those come online individually, even stronger than they are today, because you're mentioning that you've already done the work there. And I can see that you've done the work. I don't see that there's more work to do. It's just allowing them to shine through your natural vibrational energy. And once the 3D separation actually happens, like I just see you walking forward with no strings attached. So part of this energetic separation or this physical separation is also closing out the loops in terms of the energetics as well. And so like it really feels like you're going to have a clean slate very, very soon. And I'm hearing like the world is your oyster. You're going to be able to do everything and anything that you want to do, but it always needs to come back to that trust, that belief in yourself, that anything is possible. And that anything perfect. And then anything that pops up or bubbles up in the moment where there is a hesitation or it doesn't feel good, take these as little tiny signs of maybe things that you just need to like tweak or work on or get a different perspective on. Nothing is meant to hold you back. It is all meant for your personal growth and your ability to truly help others in the way that you need to help it. Because I see there is a group of people waiting to work with you when you reach that vibrational state.
Yeah, I'm a channel also, so I know that I keep hearing all the time that it's all waiting for me after the divorce. So it's just that physical, like I've already healed my triggers. Like, that's the only thing that I'm waiting on is just that physical paperwork.
Yes. And I understand what you're saying. And it's like, I know that it's healed, but it's also allowing it to shine, allowing the beautiful uniqueness of you to shine and like talking about it and putting it out there and saying, like, this is the thing that's really different about me and like shouting it from the rooftop. So it's not just about healing, it's about like fully expressing and embodying it and being vocal about it. That is going to allow you to much quicker move through getting the people that are meant to come your way here
That's
to you
where my
faster.
group will be coming in. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm being told to start a group also.
Oh, perfect. Oh, it's amazing. Yeah, I mean, I'm feeling really good about where everywhere that you're going, Dana. I don't see any worries, any red flags. It's just like you're churning through it right now. You have to go through this stage. And then I just see a wide open field where you get to choose where you want to go with this. There's no
Yes.
set path. It's whatever you want it to be.
Yeah, I feel that freedom too. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Great. You guys up there waiting. I just want to let you know, please put your camera on and I will ask you to unmute right before you come on. If you could make sure your environment is quiet too, that'd be appreciated. Okay, the next up is Joe.
Hi, Joe.
So, hi, how are you?
Good. How are
So,
you?
I'm going to ask you a question
Let's
now,
go.
and I'm going to bring up something that I'm not fond of continuing to talk about yet, as I am going through radiation treatments on a daily basis. It is the most prevalent thing in my life. And while the summit's going on, I'm literally walking in the door and turning it on after a treatment.
Oh, I love that.
Now, here's what I know. Radiation has brought some amazing surprises that were totally unexpected. One of them, my lung tumor, during the process of that, just poof, gone. It just disappeared.
That's amazing. That is amazing, Joe.
Um, what I'm looking at, that was kind of my signal that this journey is very close to being over. And the question I'm looking to ask you is, what are they willing to tell you about what's next? I've got some glimpses.
I really see you, Joe. I'm settling into the energy a little bit because I'm feeling you nearing the end of it. I'm feeling like it's really important for me to start with right now. Your focus is on like rest, obviously, and taking care of you and completing this journey through with the radiation, and like kudos to you. That's a really tough process, so you're doing amazing with that, and I love to hear that you're making forward progress on it. But it really does feel like in the short term, rest, relaxation, like taking care of you, taking care of your health, drinking enough water, right? So I want to say that up front because I know that you are a go-getter. And I know that if I tell you what the next step looks like, you're going to be like, great, let's go tomorrow. So I need to say like rest is prevalent first for you. But I also see you working with, I do see you working with a lot of men and like using your voice and talking about the things that you're doing and sharing a lot of information and communicating to them. So I do see classes in your future. I am really feeling for you, Joe, a little more in the galactic realm as well. So I'm not sure if the galactic realm resonates with you or not, but I am seeing you taking some classes, you learning a lot of things. And there is a really cool cycle of you learning and like integrating this knowledge and sharing it with others.
That's where I used to live. Yes, it resonates.
Perfect. Perfect. Because I know that you are going to, I do feel like the sky is the limit with you, but I do end up seeing you, I think in terms of like YouTube, social media, like just talking about your experiences, talking about what you're learning and sharing your truth with the world for the people that need to hear it and creating this community as a result of that, which can be big, which it can be small. And I think, so these are some of the threads that I'm seeing in your future, Joe. But as with all like future predictions, it is yours to set. So if this sounds something that is good for you, just keep doing what you're doing. You're exactly on where you want to be. If you want to be bigger, you're just going to put a little more energy into it. And if you decide that I really don't want a big community, that's up to you as well. But if we're continuing the energy forward based on the path you're currently set on, or the current path that you think you want to go on, I'm seeing it being very fruitful for you. I'm seeing it very fun for you. I'm seeing you being kind of the center of a community that supports you, that listens to you, that learns from you, and you also learn from them quite a bit as well. Does that help, Joe?
Absolutely. That almost fits into the one glimpse I got, because I got this message about you really need to take some Reiki classes. What you're in the process of learning at this moment is very conducive into a treatment with Reiki, like hands-on. So
Yes.
thank you. You confirmed that one.
You are so welcome, Joe. Thanks for being here and thanks for raising your hand.
Thank you.
Okay, the next.
Is Tracy McCoy. You're up.
Hi.
Hi, Tracy. Oh my gosh, I love your hair.
Thank you. Hi, Nicole. I want you to know that I am tripping out so hard now. I had a dream last night while I was meditating with Joe Dispenza stuff, and I was the woman in that picture behind you. So I've been bawling over here and crying. Yeah, like it is so insane to me. Like I've done light language, I've done sound baths with Michelle Never. I also am disabled and have struggled for 25 years. This year will be my 25th year being disabled, and I'm ready to break through. I just don't know what's holding me back. Like I want to be an advocate for disability. I don't know like how to do this, but that picture is like gives me the chills because I feel like I am ready. I just don't know what's holding me back.
Wow. So
I
Tracy,
know.
my student Summer Paradiso painted this. She infuses light language in her. So all these little lines that you see, it's all light language.
It's talking to me. Like
it's amazing.
I know. I'm like, I have chills right now. So I guess I need to know like what's holding me back.
Okay.
My mom-in-law passed from breast cancer in 2000, and she was my best friend, biggest supporter. And I can feel her so much, like in hummingbirds. Like she always said, you come back as a hummingbird or a dragonfly. So I don't know what to say right now because that picture is just, I can't stop looking at it. So I know there's something holding me back. I just don't know what it is.
And it's interesting because I don't know. So I'm not seeing anything in particular holding you back. So I don't think there's something external to you. I will say that you are a very logical person. Are you not, Tracy? Like, are you always in your mind all the time?
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Okay. So I'm not going to say that's going to hold you back, but the experience of working with spirit and like light language and all of these different things that you mentioned, it is more of an all-encompassing experience. So, and this is something that I personally had to move through when I started this work as well, because I came from a very very divine masculine oriented role where I literally used numbers and analyzed everything. So, so part of this process is getting out of your head and more so like, I'm going to say into your body or into your energy. And it's really just about like understanding not everything is going to have a logical reason. Not everything is going to have a scientific basis for things. Sometimes things are going to make like you're going to feel it. Like, I don't know what is happening right now in your body, but like you're feeling it in your body right now. And there's not a logical reason. You can't Google it. Right. And like, you might not even know what is happening in your body right now, but they're telling me is there's energetic upgrades that are going on because now you're going to be seeing yourself very differently after today, because what you are realizing is that anything is possible.
See, what's funny is my new electric wheelchair showed up today. So I will be going out into the world for the first time. I've used a walker, I've used a cane, but I have EDS and POTS. But I feel like I'm ready to go out there. I'm ready to have fun and get my life back. And I also want to advocate for people because things are not accessible. So I just am getting chills again right now because I love that picture. And I took a screenshot so I can keep it for later. So yeah, that's just it.
Oh
I know.
gosh.
I just feel like I'm ready to explode, and there's a part of me that's afraid of that. I guess, like of just letting
Yeah.
it all go.
Yeah. And so part of the journey, when you start to like get out of the brain and get out of the mind, which is where like the nervous system comes in, is where the need for control comes in, right? And when you start moving out of the mind and more into the energetic experience, more into the body experience, more into like the emotional, spiritual side of the house, that is when things are going to really open up for you, Tracy.
Okay.
So I want to tell you, spirit always comes from the highest and best good. Spirit will never give you too much that you can't handle at any time. Will they make it uncomfortable to push your envelope and push your growth? Absolutely. Yes, that will absolutely happen. But you need to trust that you are not driving the entire bus, right? Like you are not completely in control. And that's a wonderful thing, because we have to trust that spirit is taking the wheel and spirit is driving you, giving you the right downloads, giving you the right energetic frequencies, giving you the right clients, platforms, circumstances that are going to allow you to be successful. And they will never give you too much before you are ready for it. And so like part of this is trusting you and trusting spirit and knowing that if God, I think the biggest backfall I want to give for you, Tracy, is, are you willing to bet on yourself? Because you have overcome every single obstacle you have ever faced in your life. This will be no different. So keep reminding yourself, I am capable of everything and anything. And so when you know you can fall back on yourself and trust yourself, your trust with spirit becomes so much stronger, because you're like, I trust them. And if something, and it won't, if something happens, I can always come back to trusting myself.
Okay. Thank you so much. I still have chills, and this is just like, this was my biggest whisper ever. Like,
stick around.
I know,
We'll
I
get
get
you
chills.
unstuck. Yeah, we'll get you unstuck.
Yeah, I just feel like there's a part of me. How do I unmute myself and all that?
Oh, you got it. Don't worry about it. All right, Denise Marie, you're up.
Hi. I just wanted to say I've enjoyed hearing your journey, Nicole, and your readings today. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Denise.
Yeah. And I guess just what do I need to know right now?
Oh, I'm hearing patience. I don't know what's going on with you, Denise, but I'm hearing patience. Are you they're giving me this energy and this feeling of you wanting to be steps ahead of where you are. And is that true?
Yeah, yes. I went through like a 4-year divorce. It finalized it. My 1-year anniversary was a year ago. I've just been, learning Reiki, astrology, numerology, mediumship, and, haven't done anything with it. It's all just for self. I know I'm meant to do something with it. I'm just trying to be patient.
Patience. Because it's very similar to what I was just talking about with Tracy, because a lot of these languages, and I have some students over here in the chat and I can see them in there. A lot of this can be taught in the mind, but spirit doesn't operate in the mind. Like spirit operates in the body, it operates in energy. And so it's one thing to understand maybe the processes and the step-by-steps of this work, which I think it helps us understand it, right? It helps our logical mind or ego get out of the way, but also it's so much more work to embody it, to feel it, to experience it, and to have it flow through you. And that is really where I'm seeing the patience come in, because Denise, I know that you never settle for anything less than the best of the best. Like you will go out of your way, you will learn everything, you will do everything. You're you're just like Leonka over here, where you're going to go really, really deep on a lot of the different things. But to go deep, it takes time, especially in spirit. It's something that you can't push forward too fast, too soon. Otherwise, like you will literally blow your mind, blow your energetic circuits. So I don't know if anyone's like electronics are going nuts lately. That typically is the sign of like an energetic upgrade, and there's some integration that's needed. So Denise, I am feeling like you are going to go everywhere you want to go on this journey, but there is this desire for patience from your team, so that you can give yourself the time to go deep, to truly understand it before kind of like going into like all of the different things and getting really confused and getting discombobulated across all the different modalities.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes. All right.
But you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, if this is resonating for you, because when you said that, it immediately resonated. Even before you said my name, it resonated with me. I guess you must have picked up on that. So if this is for everybody else that's listening, and even if you're on the replay, if this is resonating and what she's sharing is resonating with you, it is definitely for you, because the people that we're choosing on this call is also divinely guided. So please listen up. Hear the things that are for you. Make a note. If it kind of is stirring your soul,
There are a
just
lot
like
of
it
you
did for
stuck on
me.
the line.
Do I need patience? Am I wanting to be steps ahead of where I am? Yes, a lot of times, yes. And
Yeah.
so then I'm kind of missing some of the spiritual aspect of what I'm learning when I go deep. Instead, I'm just kind of sometimes I feel like I'm existing in my day, and I do have to take the time to take myself back into presence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Let's do one more. Nelson, you're up.
Hi, Nelson.
Aloha.
Aloha. What can I do for you today?
Um, when my dog died, I mean, my life just ended basically. So I joined a support group for grief, and I found myself giving readings for other grievers. And my host told me, you need to go try out for this mediumship group. So I did, and I passed. Um, I've been doing that for over a year now, but I love, 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 love giving readings for those in grief. It's my biggest, happiest thing. But my sad part is I can't seem to get readings for myself. So I would love to hear from my dog or my father what they have to tell me. I get readings from others in my class, but I have yet to be connected with my own family.
Oh, I'm so sorry. No, there is nothing like losing your soul dog. And I just love that you turned your pain into purpose and helping a lot of other people. And I will absolutely pull in your dog in a moment, but I do want to remind you, you can actually read for yourself. So I do want to give you that trust, because I know there's a lot of misinformation in the mediumship space that you can't read your own departed loved ones. And like my students around here will know that, like, you absolutely can. You just pull them in and pull in the evidence just like you would with a regular reading first. So I do want to give you that knowledge and confidence if you were unaware of that. Oh, okay. So as I'm bringing your dog in, it's very slow, your dog, as he gets older in life. Is that correct? Like I feel like it's an illness. I see that you have to put him down. Is that correct?
He had 4 years and 2 months of living with me, and he had to go in and out of the hospital.
Yeah.
He had to go through cocktails of morning and evening medications.
Yeah.
He couldn't eat normal foods, so I had to go through all these things for him. Yeah. It was torturous at the same time caring for two parents that are demented.
Oh.
So I felt like my life was over, but I kept going for some reason. And I feel bad because he died from it, and he told me he's coming back, but I have a new dog here that I took from the shelter.
Oh.
And he said he's not coming back until this one goes back home.
I was like, that one's not that's not him.
Yeah. I adopted him because I thought it was him, but it's not. But he told me he was coming back.
And you're the one you currently have is a little bit of a troublemaker, is what he's saying.
Yeah, he is.
He's loud. He says he barks a lot. Okay.
Yeah. That's true.
So it's really interesting, because the dog that you have couldn't be more different than your soul dog.
Yeah.
Couldn't be more different, like night and day, 180-degree difference.
Yes.
Even in terms of how they look, he's kind of saying. I don't know if they're a similar size, but they are very different in pretty much everything else. So your dog, your soul dog, wants you to know that you've heard this before. And so this is a validation for you. He passed without pain. Like he passed without pain. He was in a lot of pain leading up to it, but his transition into the spirit world is smooth. It's loving. It's deeply peaceful. And he is so grateful for the time that he had with you here in the 3D world. He chose you. He's telling me he chose you. That was by design. And there was something about, like, he didn't want you to be lonely. there was like this deep longing and connection, whether it was conscious or subconscious, but like I can see that he didn't want you to be lonely anymore. So he came to you at the right time, at the right place, to make sure that you knew how loved you are, you knew how amazing you are. And I know it's a very ironic because the amount of love that you bestowed upon him, if you take that times 10, that's how much he loves and adores you. And I have to tell you, Nelson, there's no accident that you're popping up just after I had this experience. I have 9 chickens. So now I have 8 chickens. One of my chickens died recently. And when I went to help my chicken go across the Rainbow Bridge, my soul dog was there on the other side. So my soul dog received my chicken on the other side. So not only are you doing this work for him, he is helping you in this work as well, as a guide, as a soul pet who is helping the people come through in the readings, the animals come through in the readings, showing them how to work with you. And so that continuation will happen on the other side. So you can actually read your dog more as a guide now, which is a different vibration. For me personally, it's a lot easier to connect with guides than people. And so you can start thinking about connecting with him as a guide that will help you grow and evolve and help other people in this work as well.
So is he coming back? As someone told me, another medium that
Oh,
he's coming
yeah.
back.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I see it. And it's going to be a little while, but I do see that he's coming back. I'm seeing a 16 associated with it. This is one of those things where I'm like, I'm not quite sure what the 16 is. Feels like it. I don't think it's 16 years, but it's pretty far in the future. So I don't know if it's when your current dog passes. I don't know if he'll pass around 16. I don't know what this is, but I'm seeing like a 16, and then you're going to know because there's something with the dog that's coming, and it's going to be like something with the number 16 with it. I don't know if the new dog ends up being born on the 16th, you adopt him on the 16th. I don't know what that is, but I'm going to leave that one with you.
Thank you.
You're so
I
welcome.
appreciate you. Thank you
Thank
to
you so
everyone.
much. Yeah, I think you moved the whole call, so thank you.
Yes, you gave Jeanette chills.
I had a soul dog that I lost in 2018, and I tried to replace it with a very similar, very loud, barky dog, and it was just like, yep, that's
The irony.
similar. Yeah, the irony.
Same here,
right.
actually.
Let's I want to share how people can work with you. So I'm going to go ahead and share your special offer right now.
Great.
All right, Nicole, will you go ahead and go through the process of working with you?
Oh, sure. So I do a lot of soul-based items. I work best, as you probably figured out by now, helping people through transformation transitions, helping remind you what you're made of, helping you identify what's your highest and best likely path and or what path to go on. So that is the basis of this Sovereign Soul session. This is all about working with you, working with your energy, giving you a higher vibrational attunements, energies, frequencies that support your journey. And so the Sovereign Soul is this 30-minute session that's on here that will help kind of do what we did in this really short amount of time, understand who you are as a soul, what you're here to do, what your purpose is, identify if there's anything that we should work through for anything that might be holding you back or limiting your belief in what is possible for you and helping you move forward in your highest and best aligned path.
Yes, I sense this as being like we're going to start with channeling, and then it will be like how you worked with the one person on the line that had a little stickiness, some coaching support around it. Wow.
Absolutely. Yeah, it goes into what I just leave this open. It really goes into whatever spirit wants me to go into, whether it's healing, whether it's energetic attunements, whether it is helping people, understand the root cause of maybe some issues or some vibrational, frequencies that they're hitting that right now that they don't like. So it really is kind of this giant soup of whatever needs to be chatted about, whatever needs to be solved or worked through to help you, again, get on your highest and best path.
Yeah.
Love that.
It's 45% off, you guys. It's an amazing price point for this offer. Wow. It's funny. I have on a lot of calls when people offer sessions, and I take them, and the ones are aligned, and I'm just, they're life-changing. One single session that I had with a speaker changed me for 6 months. when you had your thing with Tabitha, it shifted you and changed you. I mean, it's truly a great opportunity for us to dive deeper with some of these
Yeah.
speakers. So
Especially with somebody as fresh as Nicole, like you can tell she definitely goes in
yes.
and brings you through. So you have like a really good game plan for hitting that, being closer with your, meeting with your highest timeline, which I think is really beautiful.
The easiest place to find this link is at houthustle.com/live, which is also that live page, which is also the page that has that community on it, the big link underneath, if you want to join our free community. And you can find the special offer right next to where you might be watching this replay or listening to it live. So go ahead and grab it there. And of course, if you have any questions ever, you can reply to any of those newsletters, and that goes directly to our support system. So feel like you're safe when you choose offers or jump on links or anything from us. We've really tried to do our best to create a very safe environment for anything.
That's right.
Mhm.
So be sure to choose you if you're feeling called to it. I was going to just use my example, like my life changed absolutely when I had my first reading with somebody on a million years ago.
Yeah.
And I think I sold a couple purses, like I was having a garage sale anyway. And I sold a couple purses and I was like, because I never thought about spending money on myself on something like this. And let me tell you, it was the best money I've ever spent.
Interesting.
And I'm truly a believer in choosing yourself if
Yeah.
you feel called.
It's the
So,
way to get unstuck. Yep. Well, Nicole, any closing words, any final thoughts?
I would just say thank you so much for having me and hosting me for this amazing session today. And if anyone feels called to me, a lot of people come to me because they feel called to me and they don't know why. So if you do, send me a note, sign up for a session, whatever I can do to help you. And I just want to thank everybody for being here.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Nicole. Fabulous, fabulous conversation today.
I do hope you can join us again, Nicole. This was amazing.
Yes, we would like you on our regular talk show. Oh, and talking about the talk show,
Yes.
do you want to share some details on how you can find out about our talk show? And we also have a podcast.
Yes. So every Tuesday and Thursday, we go live at 9 a.m. Pacific. And we really wanted to bring in everybody live because we really like to take this kind of woo community, but also address things in real time. So while it's easier to do a podcast or a talk show in edited form and everything like that, one of the biggest things that was important to us was the ability for us to interact directly with everybody and where they're feeling. We know that everything is changing and there's a quickening that's going on. We're at a different time than we were even just last year, and I think people can really feel that. So when you're joining us live, when you are part of this community, you really are. It's always going to be a free resource, and you can find that at howhustle.com/unlock.
Although I think that might redirect to the summer. I think you'll get an invitation next Tuesday that we're inviting y'all to the talk show.
Either way, you'll get all of the information about who's coming up next. You'll get our free bonuses and you'll get the invitation to join us for the Tuesday, Thursday live talk show. And remember, even if you can't join us live, there's always a beautifully edited version that goes out every Tuesday, every next day. And that is in our newsletters. And so
and you can find it on YouTube.
Line up for the speakers that we some of them you met here at the summit. Some of them have been on our previous summits. And if you're interested in getting any of the replays of our summits, you can do that by on our dashboard. There's this beautiful button. It says VIP. If you click on VIP and if you want to become a VIP, you can get all of our past summits. So all of those interviews, each one is over an hour. So you get all of those summits and any summit that's going forward, because we really are just trying to be here to support you. A portion of the proceeds goes back to support various different women and children related causes. Right now, we're supporting riseup.org. So you can know that also any of your purchases, that's also benefiting good places too. If you have any questions, you can always email us at team@houthustle.com. But everything that we're talking about, I mean, the easy way to do this is just to make sure that you are signed up. And you can do that by going to howhustle.com/experience.
Stick around. In 8 minutes. We're going to talk with Aurora Luna Star, and she is going to take us through a planetary transmission to actually upgrade our frequency as this planet is upgrading into this multidimensional field as well. She really knows her stuff. She channels Amra, who is a ninth dimensional being, I believe. And it's just going to blow you away if you've never been introduced to her. And then after that, we're talking to one of my personal favorites that's changed my life. Her name is Ambajam Rose, and she talks about everything, speaks through everything through a psychic veil or no veil even.
Right. So
at
she
this
teaches
point.
us how to drop the veils, how to
Yeah.
move past them, how to really
really
see.
know the energy and what's yours and what's not yours, and what to do with the energy that's not yours, and how to deal with it super fast without it being like years and years of therapy. So please, stick around today. And if you can't do these and tomorrow show, well, they're all so good.
They are.
But
I'm so proud, aren't you?
I am so proud. But these shows, especially today and tomorrow, are going to just blow your minds. So if you've liked Nicole today, just keep holding on with us, because it's just going to keep escalating. It's these gals are really, really aligned and channeling dragon fire.
Yeah, Katie says HH girls are on fire. Well, I'd have
Thank
to
you,
admit that.
Katie.
Yeah, thank you. And all of our speakers are too. So
Mhm.
I mean, it's the beauty of being able to have this really sacred, safe space where you can ask the speakers any questions, and then we all get to share each other's love. I mean, you saw on the chat. Hopefully, you got to see, the love that's outpouring for Joe, for
Yes,
for the what was the gentleman's name with the dog? I didn't get to see 'cause
Nelson.
I can't
Nelson.
see the blue.
You can't see the little words up there.
Yeah, Nelson. And I mean, it's just a really great place where no question is off the table. Everybody's journey is their own.
Yeah.
And let's just continue to grow this.
And honor how people feel. I mean, you may have a different point of view, but that's the whole point of the show, is people have different points of view. People have different belief systems, and all of them are welcome. And
Yeah.
you may find that maybe your belief systems are holding you back in some way, and you can be more free.
Yeah.
And you do create your life in each moment. Sorry.
You do create your life in each moment.
Yes,
That's why
and we're
we are
trying
having
to-
you log your whispers.
And that's why we're having you follow the whispers of oneness, please.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Just while we've got 5 more minutes, so if you want to take a quick potty break, go ahead. Yes,
How are you doing? You good?
I'm okay. Do you need
Okay,
to
I'll
take a
go
break? Okay, great. I'll wait until after this one. I feel like next one we're going to just like smack them up right next to each other, and there's not going to be a break, and we're going to be like, oh. But for now, I'm good. One of the things I wanted to share with you, we have named this brand a brand that could possibly have a charge in the mystical and spiritual field because of the word hustle, and maybe because of the word hout. And we did that on purpose because we really wanted to bring in a new definition of these words. And one of the things you might want to know about me is I am an insane nutritional researcher, and I like what I like. And one of the things I wanted Hout Hustle to represent is Hout, it used to be that, couture, strut your stuff, put your best step forward. And yes, I do want us all to be like strutting our energy, strutting our stuff, but I also want us to be sharing and living our best lives, and doing so by supporting the unity of the world and the earth. And so I bring in the best curated products I can find that naturally help the body, and also bring in a little hout so that you feel like you can strut your stuff. So today, and this is on, we have a whole, I share a Amazon list. So today I wanted to introduce you to something that is super cheeky and even my husband uses it. It's the Skinny Confidential Ice Roller and it is on our Amazon and there's Amazon Prime next week. So I wanted you guys to know about these cool products that I've put on Amazon. I know Amazon Prime, she usually gives a 30% off discount. So this is a brand that not just has one ice roller, it has a travel ice roller. Maybe I'll bring it out tomorrow. She's got mouth tape, all these hot, cute, but the best of the best quality. She's literally taken something that is boring, like we used to use those old jade ice rollers to just support, and especially good when you're going through perimenopause because you do get hot and you're all hot up in your cheeks here. It's true though. I like this. It doesn't get hot because it's made out of aluminum. So even when it's out of the freezer, it's super duper cold almost all the time. Like just feeling it now, I'm like, wow, this has been out for 2 hours. It has this little thing so you can press, get some leverage in it. It's just a really great big size. I've used this on my quads. You can see how big this thing is. This is just one but really I'm just telling you, we're curating products to support you in a happier, healthier way. And you can find it all at amazon.howhustle.com. That goes to our Amazon store so that you can just kind of see what we're into, what we're doing, what we think is hout. And it also brings in that hustle momentum where I've recommended some books that keep you in flow. One of my favorite, books is, about being, and you'll see some of the speaker books. And I just want to let you know that it's available more than anything else. And that's our Amazon link. We usually put that in Sunday's newsletter. So if you forget the link, just look for it. But Amazon Prime is next week. And I really felt like it was important to just, while we've got a little bit of space here between speakers, to let you know a little bit about what our mission is beyond just creating a really great conscious spiritual community, educating you, and really hoping to create you as leaders that can also communicate some of this work as a multidimensional being.
Yes. Yeah, because we know that that's the way that we change the world, right? Like
one question, choice, and whisper at a time. Yes.
You keep your light ignited and you ignite the light of others.
Yes.
800 and something of others to be exact, from what I've read.
Fabulous. I'm going to go ahead and bring Aurora up and we're going to start a new recording. She's got angel wings.
Oh, she looks amazing.
Oh my goodness. Hout. Very hout with your angel wings.
And her makeup is on point, y'all. Like, dang.
Here we go.
I don't know.
Wait, no, hold on. That was the wrong recording. Aurora, can you say something so we can check our mic system? No, we cannot hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know if your mic is on? Can you check your Zoom settings?
We can read your lips.
She's like, oh, really? We can read your eyes. We can just subliminally tell a channel at this point, but we can't. I'm not that good yet.
Not yet.
Soon.
Dana says, hi, Aurora. Good to see you again. And on the chat, I think it's a Perita says, hello, everybody. Light and love and blessings and joy from India, joining from New Jersey. There we go.
There you go. All right.
Okay, but are you on my computer?
Yeah, I think so.
No, okay. So it's good. The microphone is through the computer and I can hear you through my headphones. Sorry,
We
everyone.
get it. Nope,
Nope,
we get it.
it.
Oh, it's not
You're-
even Mercury retrograde yet, and it's already retrograding.
Just in your mind.
Right?
All right, here we go. Okay, guys. Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Jenna Blackard.
And I'm Bianca Reina.
This is the How to Hustle Mystic Morning Show. Today we're talking with Aurora Luna Star, and we're talking about channeling. And I have asked her to do a planetary transmission
Nice.
on oneness today. And she's like, sure, you can ask me anything. So we're going to do something really quite fun and hopefully also have a great conversation to help them upgrade to more of a multi-dimensional being.
Thank you for
Great.
having me. I'm excited to be here.
Thank you, Aurora. I absolutely adore your energy. I met you through Kenji Kumara, who then I had to bring on this series too, because the two of you together are gold. I mean, you live this multi-dimensional life every single day, and it is very apparent and very obvious. Once we get in your presence, we notice that the whole energy shifts,
Yeah.
the whole call shifts, and suddenly we're like all back into this light field of oneness. So let's just take the new listeners back just a little bit to let them know your journey and how Amra really became the channel that you go to. Although I understand that you channel pretty much whatever you ask for, or remote view might be your word. I'm not sure.
No, it would be channel. I think you're spot on with that. So, we're all living these lives. And even I remember bartending and someone asking me, like, what are we doing here? And I even knew then, before my spiritual journey really began, that we were here to support each other. That was kind of my answer to that person at that time, not even
Somebody
realizing.
who was another bartender or a patron, or I don't
No,
know
a
why it matters,
patron.
but yeah,
Yeah,
and
a
they just
patron.
had that. Yeah, they just had that question, huh?
Yeah, it was kind of like, well, look, not for nothing. As a bartender, you started to see the same faces all the time.
Sure.
So they were
I was a
looking for
barfly.
relief, right? Right, also.
Yeah.
But everyone for different reasons.
Yeah.
And so this person's reason was, wanting to check out and not really knowing how to feel connected to anything or anyone. And when inebriated, I guess they felt connected to other inebriated people.
Sure. Yeah.
Maybe less anxious,
Yeah.
less blocks in the way of communication, but overall still feeling lost.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right. So I was a barfly too for like social fun and after work and whatever.
Yeah.
And part of my journey also was where this person was too.
Yeah.
Right. Drinking to numb, to not realize that I was an empath, or we're all empathic truly, but right. Not knowing that you're taking all this energy in, it's not even yours. How do you navigate it? Why do you feel so heavy when it's not yours? Right. But you can't, just like you were talking about with Nicole, like, right. If you can't, or sorry, no, the other woman who's, I think, speaking after me, you can't always identify. Yes. Right. If you can't identify, right, what you're experiencing, you just take it on as yours.
Yes, that's true.
Right. So the journey really just came down to working in corporate mostly for 17 years and having corporate finance my spiritual journey, all the things I learned to become a Reiki master teacher, another healing modality facilitator, just all the things of the things. And just still showing up for work every day and asking, what am I doing here? Until one day I finally started like bawling, just crying, 39 years old, and feeling like I have no idea what I'm doing with my life. And that was the beginning of the biggest part of the journey, because the guidance was to move to Mexico, not New Mexico, but Mexico. Not speaking a whole lot of Spanish, but trusting, and packed up 8 suitcases and my cat at the time and just taking that quantum leap into the unknown. Wow. There were things in place, so I thought, but most of those things fell away when I got to Mexico. And I think the truth behind that is the awareness that I would have never gone to Mexico had those things not been in place. Right. It's the same, even coming back to Mount Shasta. I was not pleased with the mountain's invitation to come back here, because I finally had community and living in Sedona for 6 years. But once the invitation comes,
Yeah.
even when you want to ignore it, your life starts falling apart where you are, because you're meant to be somewhere else. Or at
Oh,
least
yeah.
if you're me, that's what happens.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
absolutely.
Right. So
Yeah. Yeah.
so it's about, this journey has led me through many things where I've just been asked, if not forced, or feeling forced, because it's my creation, right, to trust implicitly that what I'm receiving has a reason behind it, even if I have no idea what it means in this moment. So by the time the Omra Collective came on the scene, it was about confidence, right? I never really felt like an imposter, but once I had to get on stage and do sound and channeling in front of like 750 people or thereabouts, it got real and it got scary.
Yeah.
And so, of course, Source says you do sound for one person, you do sound for 750 people, it doesn't matter. And that is true. But you can't tell my inner child that, who's like thinking like football stadium, even though 750 people is nowhere near the size of a football stadium, right? But that's what the fear was.
Sure.
Yeah.
There's
So
a hiding. And maybe we talk a little bit about that, because I feel that that comes in and out of my energy a little bit too.
Mine too. Yeah.
Yeah, that I trust what I'm saying, but there is this level of, if Matthew McConaughey would just start watching the show, I might feel that, well, maybe not with him. He was a bad example. But with somebody that I love and respect, that they might come in the show and really judge it, especially when we're talking about, dogs that have lost their lives, and the grief around it. It just feels like sometimes, there's this level of collective judgment that keeps us from truly expanding and just letting it all be heard in a very massive way. So I know that you got the invitation to be on the channel panel. Is that what you're referring to? And yeah.
well,
And
this was actually before the channel panel. This was one of
Yes, this was
Suzanne
before.
Ross's events. Yeah.
Okay.
The channel panel happened though as a result, I feel.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. You had to have that exposure to get the next exposure.
And you had to keep saying yes.
Yes.
And I love that you do. You are a prime example of that. In fact, I'm curious to find out what you're working on next and, how
Yeah.
much your life has changed, right? Like you've expanded so much since
Since
that
the
time
time
and
that
you
we
chose
first
you
met.
and since the first time that we met you. I mean,
Yeah.
I see you everywhere, right? And I see you on all kinds of things. And I think that's
know.
amazing. And I love that.
We can also notice that you have had an internal shift. And I mean, outwardly, we call it confidence, but we know that that frequency is greater and bigger than the word confidence.
I think you were getting to that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Will you talk a little bit about that too?
Sure.
I think people find it empowering.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah, which is definitely the point. I mean, that's what I do in my mentorship. That's what, even my retreat in September is about sacred sound, sacred voice here in Mount Shasta. And the reason why is because we don't have a voice in every iteration of our experience. We have a voice here. You don't need a voice in higher dimensional states because you're sending packets of information telepathically, right? So the voice in this life is such medicine and such a gift. And confidence is a funny thing because we're in duality, right? I always joke around about this video that's on YouTube, Aurora Luna Star Exposed. I'm like, am I
You done made
naked?
it.
Dude, it's just,
Well,
it's
if you
just,
get vilified, I think you made it.
You made it, girl. You done made this.
it's just so
exciting.
funny. Because I was like, what is this, right?
Like you're like, finally, I knew my soul was trying to burst out.
That's
right?
awesome.
It's hilarious. And even my inner child's response to it was like, those ladies. And then it was like, well, let's make them love us. And it's like, no, it's just duality. Just be like, let them
Yeah.
be.
Yeah.
And you just be, right?
Right.
So I think part of what's in my confidence field is the source, God, goddess, prime creator, whatever you want to call it, energetic, that keeps guiding me, right? Because when you're trusting your source, And when you're trusting yourself, and really the truth is there's no difference between the two because we are of source, right? We are, right? I am not a golden goddess. I'm not going to jump off the roof and fly. But at the same time, I am, and we are, right? Every single one of us is the warp and weft of creation itself, of source itself, themselves, right? So if that's true, the more I lean into trusting that energy, the more, I always go back to this expression because it's just easy to understand. We get focused on the cookie, and there's a whole bakery, and we can make all the cookies, right? So when we lean into source and trust, that is the vibration of having the whole bakery, because you don't even know what cookies are going to come out of it. Right. But when we focus on just the one thing, that's not wrong. It's a rung on the ladder of creation, and we need that too. And we tend to then start projecting onto that cookie a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
Right. It's the matrix and how our brains have been trained, right? The brain is trained to repeat patterns, and the matrix understands them, which is why we've been so easily manipulated. And that's neither here nor there, because this, whatever the simulation is, or whatever this experience is as being human, is all in a perfect aligned divine alignment. Sorry. And with that said, when we're in that space of source and trusting that source, I can't express to you time and time again how much magic just literally unfolds before your eyes. And it's not about being an imposter, and it's not about having to be right. Right. One of the things I say constantly to whatever audience I'm speaking to, you don't need to believe me. You don't need to follow me. You don't need to trust me. You need to trust you. You need to be your own leader. You need to follow your own divine alignment. And so I'm not here to convince you. I'm just here to share. But what you believe and your discernment matters most. So if ever I say something that's out of alignment for you, you can drop me and I'm okay with it. That's not true. Right.
Well, that also goes back to belief systems too, which I brought up a few minutes ago during the break. I mean, we're not trying to create a belief system. We're just trying to really support, you understanding that maybe your belief is not right.
You're so
Right?
funny. No,
Yeah.
well, what I'd say is you're supporting the potential and possibility for all minds to rise in ways that each person feels aligned, right? Every single
There
speaker
you go.
that's going to come on here
Yeah.
is going to say something with a different flavor because we're all different.
That's
And
right.
some
And
things-
we're all going to receive it differently because we all are different signature resonances.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
Love it.
Absolutely. And so, look, some of the speakers may be spot on for 85 to 90%. And I have a feeling that's the truth about your group in general. And some people may be turned off by some things, and that's all. It's all perfect. You are
Yes.
supporting because you're giving all these flavors. You're not speaking one language, you're speaking all the languages. And that's why this is such a great platform, because there's so
Thank
much
you.
opportunity for everyone to receive some sort of medicine and just take the pieces that align for you and then leave the rest, right?
Mhm.
But what I'll say with confidence in general and being able to channel, if I don't trust myself, love myself, then I've got nowhere to begin. And that's where the work really does start. Is
Yes.
you're receiving intuition constantly because you're constantly connected to source, constantly. You may not be fully tuned in to source, but you are constantly connected to source.
Mhm.
So the more that you adjust that dial on the radio and tune in to that frequency, now you're listening to your source self, right? Your higher self, your soul, whatever you want to call it, your whole monad, like your
Yes.
family of souls that you are, whatever that looks like. And now when you're listening to that intuition, magic, really full on magic.
Yeah.
And I get it. If you're feeling a lot of fear, if you're really depressed, if you're feeling disconnected, even though God's source prime creator is there, Earth, Gaia, and all her kingdoms are there,
Mhm.
you can't hear them, you can't feel them because you're not tuned in. And that's not a judgment, because we all go to those places and spaces. It is just hopefully helping you just become aware. We're meant to pay attention to where our energy field is being pulled, because this war of the whatever, if it's World War III or whatever you want to call it, the war is on consciousness.
Yes.
We might be seeing physical pieces real, not real. I don't know. I don't want to say I don't care. That's not my truth, but I don't care enough to carry whatever's happening in the collective, because that's not my job anymore. I don't know. It never was my job, but I think I believed it was my job at one point in time.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
Well, we're not being supportive if we are just carrying it in that way. In other words, we're just expanding it if we're focusing in that way. And what we're learning is that by when we tune into our light is how we can support that collective any even better. When we keep ourselves ignited by showing up to places like this, by hearing you speak, even that right there is supporting much more than what we were, told to get all involved in the collective. Um, One of the things that I think is really fascinating about your journey is that you have been willing to show up and say yes, no matter what. Can you talk a little bit about one time maybe that, and then we can go into the transmission, of course.
Sure.
Maybe a time or a place where you were maybe hesitant to say yes to source and you were like, okay, let's go. And I know you talked about going to Mexico, but maybe like now, more recent, um, or some of the things that you've been working on recently.
Well, automatically, I can tell you that every time Spirit presents me with an opportunity, my answer is no AF. Like, no.
Oh, girl,
Like,
you make me think that you always say yes.
I always say yes, but my initial response is have a nice day. Have a nice day.
Okay,
My
that's
life
inspiring.
looks
It's
good
good to
right
know.
now. Oh, girl, we all love predictability. That's like
Yes.
humanity 101,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So even though my predictability is constantly shifting, what I know in this moment, I know. So when Spirit's like, by the way, I'm like, that's so cute. Have a
Yeah,
nice day.
funny.
Yeah. It's like comfort
Yeah.
zone stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's like, move to Mexico. And I was actually excited for that. But I will tell you, the night before that I was leaving, I was like having a temper tantrum, like a crying, screaming match with God.
Wow.
Yeah.
So more recently, I would say, well, I'm in the middle of writing my book and I'm still writing it. And my deadline is Conscious Life Expo. So I better get it done, right? But I'm feeling resistance there. I'm definitely feeling resistance there. And it's channeling. So why would I write? Like, why am I resisting? Right. I'm not even writing the book. I am being dictated the book. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yet,
to speak it.
right. So, yeah. So there are places and spaces in my life without question where there is resistance and I am trying to say no. Look, I wanted to say no to moving to Mount Shasta, but again, everything just started shifting in Sedona where I couldn't say no. And what I've also noticed is that my soul and source are really good at setting up scenarios that make me appeal, like something's appealing over here. So, right. Okay.
Yeah.
I could live on my cousin's property and he's going to build me a tiny home and I'm not going to have to pay anything but taxes. Sure. All right. I'll move to the Mount Shasta area, right? Move to that property. There's no tiny home. I'm suddenly in a trailer and it's winter and it's not a winterized trailer. Like everything also fell apart there. So I'm like, Spirit,
So what is it the play? I mean, because I feel like I have worked to have a really strong belief system based on my desires, right? Now, that's also my belief system. I believe that if I desire something, I should have it. Like that is my spirit guiding me. So what happens when you get there and you're not, I mean, what did your desire not have a strong vision around this? Like, or was desire not even a part of this? Talk to me about that.
So that goes back to the cookie and the bakery. So I get to my cousin's property. I'm in this trailer. I'm a little miserable and I'm a little angry, a little resentful. And I had to own my creation and what happened. And that was so hard to do because I just wanted to point the finger at my cousin and be like, dude, you did not show up. Like you promised me, you promised me, you promised me. And there's like, this is where I was. And then I heard my soul say, and why do you think you created this situation? And I'm like, mother flower. Like I did this. My cousin didn't. Like this is right, my creation. So I'm like, why did I create this? And then what happened in the middle of all that was Rob asked me to be at the channel. And I
Wow.
believe that that happened because I didn't project everything I was feeling onto my cousin. I had to sit in it and live with it and figure out what my next steps were based on what I was experiencing. Because it was never about, if I would have stayed there, it would not have been my highest. God was giving me the bakery. I just didn't know it yet. And it was sold to me under a guise, because if I didn't
Yeah.
have that guise, I would have never left Sedona. I would have
God
dug my
wouldn't have,
heels in,
yeah.
right? But I
And if
needed to
that wouldn't have
believe.
happened, that wouldn't have happened, and this wouldn't have happened. Oh my goodness. Wow.
I'm
Right.
buying the house that I'm in, and it's a 3-bedroom, 1,700 square foot house. Why would I want to live in a tiny home when I
Right.
could have a whole big one? And why would I
Right,
want to
because
be in McLeod instead of having the
yeah,
mountain outside my
right.
my backyard? Like, so
Like,
you
yeah,
don't
you're
know until,
creating the life that you want to lead because you made the move.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful,
yeah,
beautiful,
but you don't
beautiful.
know until you're in it. Like, again, we tend to get cookie focused. We tend to, like, when
Yeah.
I get to this, I'll be happy. That's the
Yeah.
other thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we
That's a
have to,
big downfall.
that's right. And well, choosing our vibration, hopefully this just makes you understand it more and more and more, because even I shared recently, like, my sister was waiting for this trip to Scotland, and she went on the trip. She got sick. It rained the whole time. And this was her vacation. This was like what she was literally living for.
Going for. Yeah.
And that's like, I can't be a teacher to anyone who's not asking, but what I was
Yeah.
thinking was, right, like, which is why we're meant to choose gratitude and happiness for everything we're experiencing in this
Yes.
now as best we
Yes.
can, not without, like, I don't believe in Pollyanna. If you're not okay, you can say you're not okay.
Yeah.
We're here to
Yeah.
experience everything. And, I know when I wake up in the morning, I have a choice. I can focus on all of the nonsense, whatever that is for me, or I can choose my excitement. I can choose my joy. I
Mhm.
can dance. I can sing. I can
Yeah.
get into gratitude deeply, right? Gratitude, so I think a lot of us forget to thank whatever, whomever, whatever for our vision, right? I wake up and I see. I
Mhm.
wake up and I'm not hooked up to a machine. I wake up and my
Yeah.
legs
Yes.
work. I wake up
Yes.
and I get to go to the gym. I wake up with a roof over my head. I wake
Yes,
up with
ma'am.
a vehicle in my driveway, right? So
Yes.
Yes.
when I give gratitude, it's at the very primal, like, what we
Love
take for
that.
granted, right? Because
Yes.
we do take these things for granted, not on purpose. We're not bad people,
Mhm.
right? But at the primal level, I think we forget how many people are suffering. And so
Right.
when I'm giving gratitude for what I have, my prayer is also for us to all align to this divine design and all remember these things so that we
Yes.
all rise.
Yes.
Mhm.
Beautiful. I'm glad that you brought that in as well.
I think the Human Collective has trained us to look at the dirt of the life, so to speak. It's
100%.
Oh, and then we doom and gloom together, right? Like, like that's like
Yeah.
some, brohood or something. Like,
well,
like
I
Trauma
that-
bond.
yeah,
yeah,
I had
trauma bond, right? Like,
had
like
a
let's
trauma
go get a
bond
let's
with
go get
you
a
a
beer,
little.
talk about work, right? Or let's go get a beer and bash on, man, it was a bad day. Oh my gosh, let's talk about boss.
I had the worst day, blah, 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 blah.
And I've done it, right? Like I've done it. I've been the barfly and I'm like, oh my gosh, today was awful, right? Like I have totally been guilty of being that person.
And yet you walked into the bar where somebody else might not be able to walk into a bar.
Right.
I
Right.
mean, and
But you
that's the level of gratitude that
Sure.
we could be in.
Sure. And it was a unlearning of that old, like I mean, because everybody did it. Like, and then I started to turn
Yes.
around and I realized, like,
That's what we talked
everybody,
about.
right? Or we just had a gathering in my house, and there's the people that are talking about all their old things,
Yeah.
and like,
Ouch,
I got
my
this
shoulder.
going on, and this going on, and I'm like, oh, I'm like,
My
yeah.
doctor says.
Or they,
What does your doctor say?
or they're
We all
talking
grew up
about
with
all their
that.
problems, and and yes, there's empathy there, but I've also learned to recognize when people are trying to create some type of unity around that. And so I usually just pray for those people if I overhear it or whatever. But like, I really try now to have those simple gratitudes, and I'm trying to teach my family the same thing, right? Like, what are you grateful for? And I ask my son, and he's like, I'm grateful for the dogs. And I'm like, well, that's cool. I'm glad you're grateful for those dogs because my husband's not. But like,
They need some love.
they need some love in the house. But and I have fun with it, but I also reminds us to be on that very like
Yes.
granular level. Like, this is how
Every single thought creates,
truth.
and a lot of those thoughts come out of people's mouths, and you know exactly what they're thinking, and it's not a energetic lesson in gratitude.
No, but again, we live in a matrix where, like, just like you said, right? Societies come together, groups come together, people come
Mhm.
together. I'm from New
Yeah.
York. I mean, I can't tell you how I grew up with the complaining and the gossiping. It was just
that's
all of
it,
it
right? Yeah.
was just, I mean, it was a daily, if not minute by minute
Yeah.
culture of
Yeah.
energy.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know, there's
Latinos
just
can be the same way.
girl.
Yeah. The chisme. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
So,
and
yeah.
maybe some of the transmission is to help us get out of that collective noise, because I know for certain that that noise still, whoops. I mean, it just, it's there. My husband speaks to me in a certain tone, and I take complete offense to it. And it's, and then I try to make myself right around him, even defending his point of view that way, and blah, blah, blah. I mean, that still goes on in my life. I would love to be more free of this collective noise where I'm looking all in gratitude and less in, wow, that did suck.
Yeah, I mean, but the bottom line is it's a journey. So we don't have to chastise ourselves also for falling into the pattern. It's just about noticing the pattern
No, and in
course
no way I'm
correcting.
not. I'm just,
Yeah.
I'm just wanting shift around it for myself.
Well, so this is an invitation for all of us, just so you know, when you have a partner and only one of you knows how to speak from your heart and the other one's used to speaking from their mind, and this is not necessarily masculine, feminine, though commonly it can be, but I can definitely be in my masculine in my mind. I'm an Aquarius with an Aquarius rising, so my mind is like all the time. And I also have to remember to shift into my heart. Do the hand on the heart of each other's, like, practice, right? You put your hand on your partner's heart, they put their hand on your heart, and you hold their hand there and they hold your hand there. And just do like 2 minutes of eye gazing and see each other's soul for a minute. Make that a daily practice if you can. Your partner's going to think you're nuts when you start it. A lot of people cry. A lot of people find they can't make eye contact.
Wow.
It's a thing, because
Yeah.
if the eyes are the windows to the soul, then this is the place where we truly do connect with one another. And yet, how little time do we spend focused in that space?
Yeah.
Right. So this helps your partner start to communicate with you from a different space, because now they're not just ba 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 while you're making dinner and they're setting the table. Right. The communication now is eye to eye, heart to heart. And it starts to evolve into something different.
Yeah.
So,
It's funny because when he apologizes, he'll usually come be cute and hug me, and I will go directly towards his heart and his back because I know that gives him what he wants. I know he listens to his podcast, so that'll be okay.
It's okay. Look, everybody goes through their stuff, and that's and when you have a partner, they are your closest mirror of all the
For sure.
things,
Yes.
all
For
the
sure.
time.
Yes.
So I mean, come on, but yeah, it's especially because the men in our lives, or at least I'll speak for the three of us, they are in a very powerful support system space, but they may not be all the way online with all the things we're doing yet.
Sure.
Right? The rise of the divine feminine in general is not we rise over the men, it's that we're bringing the men with us.
Yes.
And the men who
Absolutely.
are here, God bless you for already being here in
Yeah.
this space with not just mostly women, but also just for your heart and awakening. I bless all of our journeys, but especially the men, because I feel like the men have it harder than we do. We're naturally drawn towards this, right?
Right.
Men have to literally break away from harder and more ingrained belief systems than women do, I feel, in order to get themselves into the spiritual space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, let's shift the conversation a little bit more
Sure.
to channeling.
You got it.
Yeah.
Did you want to go ahead and showcase the work or do the
Yes,
question
yes,
ask
but I do.
two questions?
I mean, I do want you to explain a little bit on how you channel today. And before we go into it, I just want people to really understand the depth of what you do.
Okay. So channeling is something that I've been doing since I'm a little person, but I didn't know that that's what it was. I always had knowings about things, and I didn't know how I knew things. It wasn't that I was some great oracle predictor of all the things, but it's become way more open. I have a greater awareness of a lot of things. Like I knew the day that my brother was going to pass away, and he did. I only get those things because I think what I get actually is seeing the journey. Like, if this happens, then this will happen. If this happens, this will happen. So the best way I could put it. I'm not predicting anything about our president. I'm not predicting anything about our future, even though I do have inklings of those things. To me, they're ultimately irrelevant in my life. I'll say they're not irrelevant, but to what I do and what I'm doing, right?
Do you feel like
because
you get a lot of predictions?
I do now, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I do now. But again, I don't speak about them even. Empowerment is key, right? Empowerment is the key to all the work that I do. I want you to use your voice. I want you to expand into who you are and believe in yourself, right?
Yep.
So I don't do a lot of even the Galactic Akashic readings that I offer. You don't want one more than really once a year. Like I don't do that kind of work, generally speaking. With that said, my channel, so even in human design, I have an open crown, an open third eye, and an open heart, no gates, right? So there's a part of my divine design in being here that came in to be a channel, even though I maybe didn't know that right away. Channeling is something that I believe everyone is capable of and everyone does, whether or not they're aware of it. The more you're in your heart space and you're tuning your radio in to source and Gaia and love, the more you're opening your container to the possibility of it. And I spend a lot of time in nature. I left corporate a while ago. I get to meditate when I want. I don't live a life of stress or duress. I love my clients and the people that I get to work with. The vibe of everyone I get to work with, every single person is magical. So I would say that for channeling for me is something that curated over time, because initially it was the Elohim. And I think that was familiarity for me, also because I was raised Jewish. So the Elohim are in the Old Testament. And I think that might be part of even why that was the first thing to come through. If it had been another being of any other thing, I maybe would have rejected it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Right?
No, I gotcha. Yeah.
Because then over time, they gave me the elders of the cosmos. And that was like all the beings, whoever wanted to come in. It could be Yeshua. It could be Mary. It could be Krishna. It could be, Radha. It could be like a Native American, a chief, or just even a person I've been in my past life expression. So what just started happening was it was more of a telephone. And then the Om Ra collective, who I know I'm a part of, but not just me, right?
Sure.
Collective being the thing of the thing. They are galactic Akashic beings, meaning they're keeping track of the Akash in like all time space, not just our galaxy, not just the galaxies in our universe, but in the multiverse. They use Gaia as a satellite to communicate through. And their desire, definitely the reason why there's so much around contact and disclosure happening right now is because we keep hitting these pivotal marks of potential destruction, which is not something I'm concerned with at all. We're going to rise because love is what we're made of, and love wins because it just is. It doesn't have to do anything. Just by being the energy of love, we already raise frequency, right? So literally our life is about tuning into frequency and being the frequency we desire, because as soon as we do that, everything else starts to move out of the time. So, but also, there's a lot of interference, let's say, happening. And so the beings that are in our galaxy are very interested in what happens with us because they understand the concept of unity and oneness and how they will be affected if we end up destroying ourselves and our planet. Now, the funny thing about being in a reality that isn't real.
I gotcha. We gotcha.
like it.
Yeah.
Don't know how else to say that.
Yep.
We're in a holographic field of creation. So
Sure.
we already exist concurrently in every other dimension and out in every other potentiality because all time is now, which is also like, right. We're used to,
Right.
I have to look at my phone and say, what time is my next client? And I have to pay attention to that because I live in a, right.
Yep.
And yet there is no time, right? So when I'm connecting with Om-Ra, when I'm connecting with a lot of different energies, my awareness is that I'm in a future source self energy and pulling information from future timelines into the current timeline for the assistance of whatever is happening. Sometimes I am pulling from past, especially when I connect with dragon frequency. Most of my connection with the dragons happened so long ago. They're my like ancient connection, for lack of a better word. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems ancient and I seem like it's also now when
all
I
of
channel.
Because it's the simultaneous.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. But that seems that their collective had created itself way back, like before Earth was even born.
Yes, the Om-Ra is definitely so our galaxy, just so everyone knows, like on a scale of 1 to 10, like 10 being ancient, our galaxy is like 2 years old comparative to other galaxies that we're surrounded by and other universes that we're a part of. Like our planet isn't just young developing, like our galaxy is.
Yeah. Oh, huh. I never quite thought of it that way. Interesting.
And
okay.
Oh, sorry. No, it's just that even the inception point that we have of understanding, like Arcturine brings in technology versus Sirius, which brings in like the healing arts. The original energies of that are not even our galaxy, right? They come from other galaxies into our galaxy.
There we have a speaker on this series called Ahumna, and she was saying that Earth is like Grand Central Station, and that every soul in the galaxy comes, even if they don't make it into an actual body or a life, but they come in and have some experience with Earth. And, she was, talking about miscarriages and stillborns and things like that at that time too. And it made me really look at, wow, how the galaxy works. And I've asked some questions through channeling. And I just thought I would open that to the conversation as well. As my channel, it's brand new, really, as far as calling it a channel. I'm also one of those knowers and denied it for like all my life. And then now we're seeing connections on where it might have been like through a channel. But one of the things I wanted to ask about is I've had this like one really strong connection where it's very telepathic. And then I started to open a channel just last week called Theo. And Leonka, and I didn't even know the name Theo, and Leonka did. And they told us that it was us connected. That's one of our connector points. Is that something that I can ask you about as far as channeling and what that means and anything to
I would
open
let
up
go
the
of what it
door?
means.
Okay. I got that.
The door's already open, right? So Theo's been around for a long time because Theo was channeled, like one of the original channels that came through was Theo.
Oh, really?
On our planet. Yeah. And I mean, it's true and not true. I'll say it's one of the original well-known channels.
There you go.
I should say.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Theo's been around for.
Been out of it.
No, it's okay. Like again, not everybody sought. Seeking is not the right word, but not everyone was here to be Daryl. Right. Daryl is like the guy. I mean, there are many people, but he's like one of the guys, right? But Theo was very well known in that timeline, and the messages were directed at an Earth that was way more dense than we are now.
Right.
So what you might be getting is like Theo 2.0, 5.0, 10.0, right? Like a more updated
I gotcha.
version,
Uh-huh.
right?
Gotcha.
Right.
Of what's for now.
Thank you for
Because
saying that.
sure, well, because I don't think anyone's bringing through Theo anymore.
Well,
I don't
because,
think.
and that's exactly what else just dropped in the
I
other
was-
day is that no one else is bringing in Theo. And so that is why we may be being called to bring in Theo, because there could be this new revelation of information as we have traversed, as Earth is quickened, right? As Earth has had these changes and the veils have dropped. But at the time when I first had channeled Theo, I was like, oh, this is too significant. Maybe I'm making this up. And this was really early on in my channeling, like years ago. And so I thought I just left it at the table, and I didn't even want to acknowledge the name Theo, but I knew in my heart that was what was going on.
Interesting.
So when Jenneth had that come back up, I nearly was
Lost
just,
it. She was like,
What?
what? and maybe that's the only reason I did, right? Because the connection with Theo is not like the Arcturians. Like the Arcturians will just blab whenever I request, right? If I have a question, generally I can connect and it's like blah 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 blah.
But that
And
might
it comes
start to
as a
look different.
yes.
And it does. Right? Things
Yeah.
do different kind of, and then
So all your channels are different, would you say?
Not just that they're different, but you're just beginning your journey with Theo, right? So when
Uh-huh.
Old came in,
Right.
I'm like, who is Judy Dench and why do I feel like an old tree? And I didn't understand what I was experiencing. And I didn't get the answer right away because I was like, am I channeling a tree? No, I'm channeling the root system because Gaia is being used as a satellite. But I didn't understand that at first, right?
Wow.
I literally felt like I literally physically, as I was channeling, like gnarled my body.
Yeah.
It was just, the whole thing was bizarre, right? So as you get to know Theo, what, how it unfolds will be, in perfect connection with whatever it's meant to be.
Nicole said something in the previous that I feel like is a part of this. She says that spirit operates through the body, not through the mind. What are your thoughts on that? Is that because that's how I kind of experience it, and you're just representing it like, I do too.
To me, it's both. You have to remember that it's a heart mind, right? So it's not just the mind.
Yeah.
So that's again where you go back to tuning in your radio. If you're stuck on AM, you're not going to hear a whole lot because the collective consciousness of static is louder than anything you can really tune into. And then everything you tune into on AM is news, right? The answer is no to all that.
Yeah.
When you tune into FM, everything comes in clear and you got all these different options. And the truth is, spirit doesn't really care if you're listening to heavy metal or opera. If you're lit up like a Christmas tree and you're having a great time, then spirit is like, go on with that, especially if you're not hurting anyone in the process, right? I'm not talking about like necessarily music that has such a low frequency that it's about killing or whatever to that degree.
Yeah.
But truthfully, even that is still a springboard because if you're excited about something, then you're not feeling shame.
Yeah.
And shame is that lowest expression that you could be feeling. Right. So that's David R. Hawkins, right? Power versus force. Right. So shame is the lowest. Shame is lower than anger.
And that is why I think we're having such a big trip up with humanity. Because I was just putting clothes in the dryer thinking about my shame, right? Like I was like, man, why do I even hold on to that? Well, like, what is that even about? It's not even real. But for some reason it was showing up.
Because you were born into original sin. So how could you not feel shameful about something?
Original sin.
Right.
Yeah.
We talked about that before.
Yes, I love it.
Someone had a question.
Yeah, go for it. I do want to. Yes.
Because I don't want to run out of time. But
I get it.
Someone said, what do we mean by not channeling Theo?
I mean, clearly.
Stay on my words.
Well, I read the question. I was going to ask the question. But I mean, clearly, would that be an energy that's coming back? Are we still making it significant for both?
I mean, the answer, so let go of the idea of significance in anything you do.
Sure.
That is my truth. Like I remember Lemurian Life Expo a couple of years ago, I went out to channel and there were maybe 30 people in the audience. And I remember my inner child being so disappointed and I had to let go because if it's 30 people, if it's 30,000 people, again, we're just here to do what we're here to do.
That's
So don't
true.
worry about what the journey is with whomever comes in on your behalf.
Can I reframe the question though? Because
Oh, sure.
and I think it can be a really quick answer.
Sure.
So you said nobody is channeling Theo. Was that a frequency that
knowledge.
you brought through? Okay, so that's just an external knowledge because you're around a lot of channels.
I remember there was
Yeah.
a lady that
Okay.
was channeling
Yeah,
Theo
there
for a
was
while.
someone who channeled Theo for years, and she
Yeah.
is
Okay.
like one of the OGs of channeling.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah,
insane.
yeah.
All
And my
right.
awareness, I don't think that anyone since or
Except for
is
maybe
currently
me.
Got
Yeah,
right.
maybe me. It seems like it's coming through. Something is coming through. I don't.
Yeah.
We'll see.
And you also might be getting a different strand of it.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
again, just get to know your channel and you'll find out everything you need to know. You don't like it's whenever we get stuff, the gift is the journey.
Yeah.
Right. I didn't know how far Omra was going to go or that they were going to become this, actual staple in my work.
Yeah.
So, just stay curious, stay
follow the
curious and
energy.
open. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. True. Yeah. Very cool.
Ugh. It says like Casey Spear channels him. No, she channels Julius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think it's
But maybe she
Sheila.
also has a channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Anyway.
lots of people channel lots of
Stop.
different. There's a lot to channel. I channeled the Galactic Federation. There are lots of aspects of that, and there are a
Mhm.
lot. They could be, a lots of aspects, and like you said, one strand.
Thread.
And so just to let that
Yeah.
unfold, really, instead of being like, no, right? Yeah, I gotcha. I can see I can see the wrongness of my ways,
No, I mean, again,
or the
let go of
error
that.
in my ways back then.
Yeah, look,
Well,
again,
but it's still no judgment. It's a journey.
Yeah.
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 It's
True.
definitely a journey. And the other piece of it is that in the beginning, like even when I facilitate helping people remember light language, everyone's like, but it sounds like gibberish. I'm like, right, because it's not meant to be processed by your mind.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's frequency, it's energy that's processed through the heart. People do understand light language, but they get stuck in the logistics of what the mind is doing. It's something you feel.
Yes.
The same way when you feel music. It's that kind of vibration. So it's just letting go. The mind wants to know a lot of things. As long as the energy that you feel coming through you is benevolence, you don't have to sit there and question it. The minute you get fear-based information or you feel heavy energy or some wacky door to, I don't know, some dimension you're not feeling the energy of love and light, then whoosh, shut that down and move on. That's all.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that. Thank you.
Sure.
I just feel like your veils have lifted in all ways, and it's just kind of awesome to be around you. Like it doesn't matter what we talk about. It's just it's nice just to be in your presence.
Are we ready to go into this? Oh,
yes. And I love everybody here. So thank you all for being here. And yes, Omra is ready whenever y'all are ready. So you just let me know.
We're ready.
Okie doke. Greetings, dear ones. We are the Omra Collective. We are grateful to be with you on this day, and we are open to your questions, to your queries. We are very excited. So please speak what is on your hearts. Have we lost connection, dear ones?
No, we are still here. We are still here.
We
were reading the chat and wanted to see if somebody has a question. What is on our heart is what do you suggest that Jenith and I can do to help expand the reach? There's all
or
things-
the education of oneness.
Yeah, there's all the things that that everybody keeps telling us to do, like, oh, more social media, more this, more that, whatever. But I feel like I don't want to just burn out and just run to whatever shiny thing is. And I would really love to have more guidance, true guidance around that. And I think we do a good job of that, but sometimes, there's always that second question.
We love this question, for we believe that this is going to answer for many others around their own journeys of expansion. And we invite you to remember that everything is resonant. So we invite you to stop chasing your tail outwardly. When you are in the vibration that is meant to expand to something more, it shall. And this is not a punishment for not already being in that vibration. It's simply to have an awareness that if you don't have the rungs on the ladder, you may fall, dear ones. We wish for you to know that every part of what you're navigating is a perfect step in the direction that your soul and your source have aligned to create in perfect divine timing. Let go of what it means to expand and what your mission may be, because you're already lighting candles that are lighting candles, are you not?
Yes.
There's this idea that there has to be expansion in a certain way with a certain number, and success means a certain thing. We wish for you to let this garbage go. This is a trap of the matrix that says you are only successful when. What leads you to believe that you are not already doing perfect in your divine creation? Well, the answer is, of course, you already are. And this is true for everyone that is here in this moment and perhaps may listen later. For everyone is in a constant state of what is more than where we are now. And we wish to bring you back to being in gratitude for where you are now, and for coming back to developing your own sense of your own vibrational frequency, which PS is already stellar, dear ones. This is not about if you are better, you get the prize. It isn't this. Everyone's journey looks exactly how it needs to look in order to keep you on track. We assure you that the limelight is a very slippery slope. We assure you that arriving somewhere before you're meant to can have challenging ramifications that you cannot see, but your soul and your source can. Everything that you are experiencing is already in divine order. And as you come back to your own practices, to your own beingness, to radiating the light and love that you are in the ways that you're already doing it, you're already experiencing success. So what we wish for you to have an awareness of is, if you desire to see a more expanded state, of course this is possible, without question. First, anchor into where you are in this moment. Acknowledge how far you've already come. See who you are and love who you are fiercely. And know that the more authentic you're living your lives, the more love and compassion you're living your lives, the more the natural expansion will come. It will come in perfect divine timing. And remember that you are reaching those that you are meant to reach. You're not here for 8 billion people on your planet. Sad, but true. You're here for whomever is attracted and will continue to become more attracted into your field. Don't make it about a business model. Don't make it about how much success means. Make it about walking in the frequency of the fact that you're already successful right now.
Yes.
And that is your point of attraction. And that is how the quantum field can then gift you even more than you are anticipating. This is our invitation to you.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you.
Go ahead, you guys, pop some questions and let's just kind of see where we flow to.
Okay. Who's good?
See. I would like some really expansive questions to shift us on a planetary level if we can, instead of an individual, I need an answer level if we can.
I thought that was a really good question.
No, that was a great question. Oh, which one?
Here, let me go.
One of the things that I'm personally seeking, and I think I would say a lot of people are, is getting past the noise of this reality and stop getting hooked into the drama and the trauma and just having reminders or something around me that, wait, this is a, you're playing a r- real unreality game, right? It's like the meeting of the unreality, like the creation as an avatar embodied. Does that make sense? No.
So you're looking to
Okay.
let go of noise
Noise.
that you're
Good.
surrounded by.
Okay, good.
And that is a common question that we also love. We invite you in all the ways, dear ones, because for each of you, it will look entirely different. At least every hour on the hour, we ask you to stop what you're doing, aside from perhaps operating heavy machinery, and coming back to your breath, closing your eyes and choosing your focus. If you set alarms in your phone, if you choose to have a time that you're going to have a phone call with a friend and you're going to choose to talk about uplifting topics, if you're going to choose what music you're surrounding yourselves with, perhaps you want to use solfeggio frequencies or other energies or musics that are of light and bringing your vibration to a higher state. The only way to avoid the noise is to tune it out, dear ones. And this is true as if you are in a concert with screaming or happening all around you and sticking your earplugs in. It's as simple as this. Wherever you are allowing your energy to get pulled, pay attention so that you can make a choice going forward. If you cannot prevent your energy from being pulled, then turn off whatever it is you've been consuming, whether it be news, whether it be social media. Curate your social media. We know that you have the capacity to do this. Curate what you ingest via your televisions or your devices. Whatever you're ingesting becomes your energy field. It becomes a part of you, dear ones. This is the
Yes.
challenge of being in human form, is it not? And you are in a collective of 8 billion people filled with fear, filled with all kinds of lack. So when you're unplugging, this is a conscious decision, is it not? Even if it is every hour on the hour that you say to yourself, I am unplugging from collective consciousness. I am choosing unity consciousness. I am choosing to be one with all that is that I am. I am choosing to be one with Gaia and all that she is and all that I am. Go out into nature, hold your crystals, pet your animals, choose the energy of connection. It's a choice to even make that choice, is it not? So we're inviting you to say, I understand that as a being, I am holding these patterns and they are looping and I'm wishing to get off this merry-go-round. So how are you going to choose? A myriad of ways. If you'd like, you can tattoo it on your very bodies. We care not how you choose to bring these reminders into your field. We love the sticky notes. We love music. We love affirmations. And these things can really only work when you're also speaking to your subconscious unconscious. Because remember, dear ones, your thought patterns were wired when you were very young. Again, by design, to keep you looping and believing these lies that are in your mind. And the DNA that you are is so very brilliant that you have access beyond your mind to the superconscious, to the Godhead, to whatever words you want to put on, to the all that is more, that is also you. We love these paradox expressions.
Yeah.
When you are bringing your focus back to love in any way, shape, or form, you're already ahead of the game. It is that simple.
I love this so much.
Freya says, what would be a simple, quick strategy for handling strong energies that one might sense around oneself?
Brilliant. We love this question.
Yeah.
For many of you are trapped in cubicles and or environments where there's a lot of intense vibration. We invite you to remember that your field is as strong as you desire it to be. And we invite you to call in assistance. Why wouldn't you when it's readily available from a myriad of different timelines of energies? What we mean by this would be we invite you to call in dragon frequency, as if a dragon is literally dropping its presence over your being, not to breathe fire on anyone, dear ones, rather to fortify your energy field. We invite you to do this perhaps with a crystalline presence. You can do this with the energy of perhaps black tourmaline, imagining yourself encased in a large black tourmaline, also keeping low vibrational frequency out and standing in your power. We invite you to do this with angelics, if these are the energies that feel more aligned for you. Any archangelic, of course, specifically Archangel Michael, is very pleased to come in, give you his cape, his wings, his sword, his shield, and he's happy to additionally assist you. And at some point in time in your journey, dear ones, you may call in these beings of light, and you may feel them in your periphery, but they are not actually stepping into your field. Why, you may ask?
Yes.
Because you're ready to fortify your field all by yourself.
Yeah.
You have capacity beyond your belief. There are rungs on your ladder that look like these other beings so that you can get used to what it feels like being fortified with the vibration of these energies. And because you are all one, you are already these frequencies, are you not?
Yes. Yes.
So we invite you to practice, to invite your teams of light. Arcturian frequency happens to be specifically very protective energetically. Also, we invite you to have crystalline energies in your spaces, plant energies in your spaces, headphones with music if you can, and if you cannot, simply choosing your focus in any moment. You are so much stronger than you have been led to believe. Right now, many of your energy fields have, let's say, what we would consider leaks, where you are allowing your energy to get pulled in many different directions, whether it be the drama of the news or the office or the family, whatever it is. Your personal power gets given to these different directions. We are inviting you to remember what is your circus and what is not your circus. Whatever's yours, you're invited to sit and navigate. It's part of what you created for you. But everyone on your planet has created quite a circus. You're not meant to be participating in all of them now, are you, dear ones? You have your own clowns, you have your own bears, and you're meant to face those. Focus on you, dear ones. This is the invitation.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. I would like to take a few minutes to share Aurora's special offer with some of the channeling so that we can move on today.
Are you desiring us to be complete at this time?
Yes, let's be complete at this time.
We thank you so much for your love, for your presence, and we assure you, dear ones, you are successful, all of you. You've made it this far. The invitation is to keep going. We thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you both.
I mean, just the word that we create, the word success, that creates separation.
I know, it makes me feel sad.
I know.
So
It
defined.
was like such a cool word growing up. And now it's like success means separation in my head.
It's so
No,
funny.
I don't know if that was the message, though. I feel like the
No,
message
it wasn't
is
entirely. It just kind of
yeah.
interpreted.
I feel
Yeah.
like make success mean what you're already experiencing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And like, you know, the quantum field wants us to believe it before we see it.
Yes.
Yes. It's the frequency of it.
Yeah.
So see it as
Yes.
so.
The
So
mag-
see it as
Yeah.
already so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
then what else is possible beyond that? Right.
Yeah. Just be it.
But awesome. But the biggest takeaway I had was that I'm so blessed to be able to share wonderful people like you. Janice and I are so blessed to be able to share wonderful people like you with each one of the people that are on here right now, and each soul that is going to listen on the replay. And if it is just not for that one person to receive, like if we only did that, I'm already doing what I was set out to do in this mission. And it's a scary mission, but it is something that we
100%.
both have raised our hands to do.
Yeah.
And by that, we have been very successful.
Right.
Well, I've never called us unsuccessful. It just made me feel like when that was brought up, that the whole reason that the collective made that word was that
Yeah.
there would be this group of people that are successful. I've never felt unsuccessful.
No, I don't think that you do. No, you don't.
No,
But
I know what I'm doing and I know why I'm here to do it.
but the
But if the
words,
word
it was the word.
alone
I
as
see
the
what you're saying.
collective, the
It's an
collective
That's
creates
nice.
separation.
So baby, it's a redefine, like how
Yeah.
hustle.
It's a redefine.
It's a
You said
redefine-
redefine the whole dictionary.
That's right.
Well, but the other thing I want to share with you is the first thing you said is it's scary, but we're doing it. And the point is that when it's not scary anymore, when you're leaning so deeply into the energy of source. So courage is having the fear and doing it anyway.
Yeah.
And then the next level of that is standing in your divine energy and saying, I know that I am one with all that is, and I am not afraid. Right.
Yeah.
It's the energy of Mother Teresa of all people. That woman had to be like 4 feet tall. She was literally a pygmy. And she felt no fear walking into any situation.
Yeah.
It didn't matter if there were guns. It didn't matter if there were threats. She was never afraid and she never was harmed. And she
Yes.
walked into a lot of violence, knowing that she was walking with God and nothing was going to touch her. Now, again, I'm not asking you to cross the street without looking both ways. This is not about not being practical or putting yourself in harm's way. And I do feel that we walk with a lot of hesitation of fear, and we have an opportunity to let a lot of that go the more that we're leaning into trusting that what we're receiving is for a reason. So if you're receiving this for a reason, the duality is the duality. The Aurora Luna Star exposed is always going to be there for all of us. We're all going to get put down, especially by people who are really guided by religion so much that they can't see beyond it. And again, that's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
We're not here to change their minds. And we're not here to threaten them.
No.
But
No.
the more that you lean into like your joy in what you do, your excitement in
Sure.
what you do,
Sure.
Yeah.
you can't be stopped. That is
Yeah.
your success.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Love it so much.
Love that. Love that.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
Let's quickly go through this massive package that you put together for us.
It's
massive.
massive.
We're going to go through live page to get there, though. Hold on. Here we go. All right. Great. All right. So we've got lots and lots of things here. Do you want to just kind of briefly go through these top 6 and
Sure. I mean,
Okay.
so as a channel, I've channeled a lot of material and all the material is different. Like for instance, the 21 days with Om Rahanu, it's about waking up and hearing just a little snippet of something to get you inspired for the day. It's asking you where you're going to focus your energy. How are you going to begin the day? And it's with Om Ra, so how could it be wrong?
And I'm
Actually, I
talking
think-
a lot about that.
Yeah.
In
Yes.
her transmission today too.
Right?
Yep.
And so it's about getting inspired, and that becomes a great way to start your day in a 21-day habit, right? The session with the Pleiades goes into with actually all these galactic gatherings. There was so much unique stuff that came through, different ways of connecting with energies, different ways of understanding what we're experiencing and why. Even in because the very first offerings were these galactic gatherings without anybody in particular as the whole thing, like Arcturians or Pleiadians. The initial ones were round 1 and round 2, and all these different beings came in. It was all of them. Each
Wow.
week, a different one. And we worked with the brain and trauma and literally like the understanding of the brain. Right. I was putting these things up on screen. It was even funny, like one time, right? What did they give me? Did they say protons? Or no, they said nucleus. What am I supposed to do with it? Like nucleus, sure. I think it was the Pleiadians actually. And I was like, what do I do with nucleus? Thank you for that information. Google it. Like, okay, so I Googled it. because that's all they gave me. I said,
Yeah.
like,
Yep.
Well, they get it.
nucleus is connected to RNA and DNA. And I was like, oh, okay. So this is what we're working with today, right?
Mm.
So it was just,
Wow.
yeah, it was really fun. So
And
all
a
these
beautiful
different,
example of how she used the whisper
Yep.
to pull the string and then, uncover what it
Right.
needs to be, what
Mhm.
needed to be shown.
Yep.
So just wanted to point that out as well.
yeah, no, totally. And in fact, I use the whisper all the time because I don't want to say they never, but often I get a breadcrumb. I do not
Yes,
get the whole
yes,
piece of bread.
yes.
Yeah.
I don't
Yes.
even get a slice of bread. I
I
get
know.
like a tiny little crumb. And I'm like,
Real talk. Yep.
okay, I'm about to channel like 2 hours from now. So thanks for the crumb. But it always ends
So
up being
true.
perfect, right? So there's
Yes.
that. But these galactic gatherings are really my heart and soul of being a channel and sharing with you. And what I love about how they guided me to do it, generally, you get one video about a topic, and then you get the activation
touch
as
on
the
it.
second video. So you're getting an opportunity to just do the meditation after you've already heard the speaking part. So let's say you've heard this one video and you're like, whatever, I'm done, or thanks, but you want to do the activation 100 times over. You have that activation as a separate recording. So that's one of the things I love about the package that I co-created, because you have an opportunity to not just receive the information from all these different galactics, but the activation is a separate recording
keep
most
looking
of the
at
time. So
Sorry
okay.
about that.
We're
Ugh.
still friends.
It's okay. Go ahead.
I literally
You keep clicking on the soul sovereign. So go back to the live page.
I can't.
Okay.
My brain is fried, and I try to do, clicking around, and I just, oh my God.
It's all good.
Whenever you go into channeling, especially you, well, I get spacey. And I'm so spacey that I'm like, what's a browser?
You're so funny.
How do
all
you
is
spell
well.
it?
All is well. But yeah,
Oh.
so this is it's the Omra Hanu, it's the Pleiadians, it's the Arcturians. I think I threw Sirius in there. And then these 12 videos each, but some of them have, I think, I think it's not 48 videos. I think it's 46 videos ultimately.
Wow. There's 40. Okay.
Specifically in the Galactic Gathering, keep going.
Okay.
Sirius, keep going. Alcyone. So I guess it was further at the top. But anyway, yeah,
Okay.
one of the offerings does have, this is like hundreds of dollars worth of stuff, kids. This is literally like,
yes.
And let me just say this. If you are looking to become a channel, the best way to become a channel is to be around a lot of channels, right? And I feel like you're so connected, Aurora, that this would be the way, if you immerse yourself, if you like this kind of information, this is the one that could really wake up that channeling capacity in somebody. That's all I can
yeah,
say.
for sure. For
Mhm.
sure. But it's also like whatever healing you're looking for inwardly, there's something in this for you.
Mhm.
There really is.
Wow. I'd love
that. So that's the one that's the 48 video series. It's the
Yeah.
Galactic
So
Gathering.
when you go up to Galactic Gathering,
Wow.
it says Arcturian ancestry, but it's actually not. This one is like all the different. So it's below Pleiad. Yeah, this one,
There
the
we
second
go.
one.
Yeah.
This one is 1 and 2, and it's not Arcturian specifically. It's like all the beings.
Love it.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Wow.
Think about
Wow.
like aspects, like all the different beings bring, from my understanding, their expertise, if you will, right? And they have different things that they're really known for, whether that's healing, whether that's technology, or whether that's healing or whatnot. And then from there, they also have, what they also can, learn what we can aspect from them. And I think this is just a really great way to understand more of what our gosh, what is going on out there and within ourselves. So this is interesting because it also, to me, it seems like it also is a way that we can really embody this too, as opposed to letting it just kind of be some information out there. What are your thoughts of that assessment? Or what do you,
Yeah,
yeah,
for sure, the bottom line is that we're in a time where we showed up for this change. And
yes,
again, if it's a war on consciousness, then there's a lot of misinformation. And honestly, there's even a lot of channels that don't always get pure information, not because there's anything wrong with them,
right,
but because of where they are in their own journey. So discernment, again, and if I'm one of those for you, that's okay too. Discernment's always key.
yes,
And so it's definitely a gift, I feel, from our beloved families who are really looking to help us, that like every single transmission is a transmission of love. And they want us to understand how the brain
yes.
works. They want us to understand our central nervous system. They want us to understand grounding and what grounding really is and how we really can hold a higher frequency. So the information that we get is all love. It really is all love.
Oh, are most of these videos, I know that the initial 21-day, those are short activations, but are most of
Those are
these, how long are these?
They're each video is each so the 21 days of inspiration is actually SoundCloud. It's actually not videos.
That's
Okay.
So
right.
you can download SoundCloud and it's free. So
Okay,
you
got it.
won't have to pay to have SoundCloud, but those are just audios. The rest of the videos generally are a half an hour each. So
Okay.
so if there's 6 videos, the talk will be about a half an hour and the meditation's about a half an hour. Sometimes it goes over in both of them, sometimes it goes under in both of them, but it's literally hours of information and activation.
Wow. Wow. This is like a whole
Oh, bless you.
version.
Yeah, I could see you're getting ready for the book too.
Yeah.
So this is like
Yeah.
the work. I mean, this is amazing. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. And thank you for offering that for, I mean, I know a very deep discount for our audience. And I am so grateful to you for that. And for you coming and being with us today. Your messages are always so uplifting. I mean, I always leave these calls with you feeling like, yes, I can do this. We've got this. I know
Agreed.
we're on the right path. And
Yes.
there's nothing more that I need to be like striving for, right? Like it's
Totally.
here. We are there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are definitely there. And so again, and don't get me wrong, don't think for a minute that I don't get caught in the same net of like looking at my peers, looking at my social, how much more expanded am I going to get? When is it going to happen? Blah, blah, blah. And then I let go and say, that's like an inner child question, because I already
Yes.
know that I'm doing
Yeah.
what I'm meant to be doing. I
Yes.
already know that, however I'm meant to work with people and impact and be of service, it's a magnet point, right? My love is the magnet point, and so I'm working with exactly with whom I'm meant to be working. I
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
want to share a little something special for you all. If there's anyone who wants to work with me in mentorship, shoot me an email and I'll give you guys a little bit of a special pricing. So
Fabulous. Thank you.
yeah, for sure. So just say, hey, I heard about you on Haute Hustle and I'd be interested in working with you one-on-one. So I'll take $333 off of the mentorship. And
Wow.
well, the mentorship is valuable just so we
Of
know,
course.
but still, but I'll
Yeah.
give you all a special something.
Fabulous.
Thank you.
Thank you so
so
much.
much.
All right. Wow. Guys, stick
I
with
could just
us.
stay in her energy all afternoon. Like it's just
Oh,
so lovely, but I'm sure she has things to do.
The whole call has just been like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you. All right, guys. I'm running 5 minutes late now. For those of you that keep time in this reality.
Jenna, I love you. Thank you for always running our switchboard. And I know it's like a lot of multitasking. So let's just send some love to Jenna as she's doing this live and she gets all this transmissions.
All right, stopping this recording, starting a new one. Here we go. Let me go ahead and bring on Pajama up. My favorite person that named
And we
this.
need a new recording, I think.
Yes, I'm starting new recording right now. Here we go. Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Jeneth Blackert,
And I'm Leonka Reyna.
and this is the Hustle Mystic Morning Show. Today, we're talking with Amba John Rose, and we are going to go into the field of oneness with her.
Yes, so much so.
And we are going to see beyond our veils. And I've obviously had way too much high energy today, so who knows what'll happen.
Everybody's laughing. Thank y'all for entertaining us. But John, welcome.
Wow.
Thank you so much. You guys can hear me okay?
Yes,
Yes,
you're
we can.
great. Thank you.
Hooray.
Hooray, tech works.
I just want to like hang out for a mo with everyone.
Yes.
Thank
Thank you. For that.
I also want to say this before I forget too. So it's interesting you guys are having this event this week, because one of the things I was seeing about this week was we are in like fourth gear super drive, and like energetically we're like
Yep.
and there's
So
so
funny.
much transmutation, awakening, transmutation,
I
awakening.
knew you were going to say this.
It's so fast.
Yes.
And it's like June 1 was this transition point, right? So we had January through June, kind of this, it's not the same energy, but if you blur your eyes, it's kind of similar. And then June is like kapow. And then for the rest of the year, we're in this whole other higher truth awakening energy. And this week is really kind of on steroids about that. So I'm super excited to hang out with everybody now.
Yeah. Well, thank you for choosing the invitation, because I had to send the invitation to Ambajam, and it's like, I'm sending this to you anyway. I know you're probably going to say no.
Well, it was a no when you first asked. I don't know if you remember. I was like, my
Yeah.
intuition was like, nope. I'm like, okay. And then you resent the invitation. I'm like, well, I guess I should retune in. And it was like, yes, no, yes, no, yeah, yes. I'm like, all right,
Well,
cool.
you kind of named the series, because we were on a call before and on a summit. I don't remember if it's the nervous
Kelvin.
system or the one, might have been the nervous system one. And you said, maybe your next summit should be called Playing Oneness.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I wrote down
Yeah.
that whisper quite, I trust, there a lot of what our speakers say and things. And when words are codes in that way, I will jot it down or keep the whisper floating around. And I was like, And I tapped in. As a marketer, it's a little tough for me to want to market something called oneness, because that's not solving a problem for anyone.
Solving a problem, yeah.
Which is the whole effed up paradigm of the collective in the first place, which I'm like, fuck it, I'm done with it. It's going to be called Whispers of Oneness, which is like, I'm always into whispers, always into signs, the whole thing. So I put my word with your word, and then we had this big thing, and then we kept getting these whispers on doing these little videos and adding a new flair to things, and it just took on a life of its own.
Yay.
Thank you for giving me the permission to actually go with the name.
Yeah, man.
That was actually more aligned with the frequency than me trying to do marketing and solve a problem.
Isn't that funny?
Yep.
And
Well,
that is,
and-
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was going to say, for me personally, doing this work for 30 years, my whole thing is like, we're not solving a problem. Like, that is not what we're doing.
Oh,
We're helping you know who
Yes.
you are
Yes.
and understand yourself in such a way that you can apply that awareness to shift in a very particular way, not because it's a problem. And yeah, on a marketing sense, like, well, that doesn't work. you
I know, right?
But I'm
It's
like, whatever, I don't care.
Yeah.
This is my day and my jam, man. I don't
Yeah.
care. The right people
Yeah.
will come, whatever, right? And it's almost more and more and more that way as the awakening continues.
Yes.
How I describe what we do, we're not here to fix you. We're here to help clear the old and like embody you and embody you, embody you. And that's the end of the day, right? Who wouldn't
Yes.
want that? I do. So,
Me too.
Right?
And with Aurora, we just talked about getting rid of some of the collective noise. That's one of the value benefits of diving into this work is so that you can really trust your own energy.
totally.
And
the
not
end of the
be a
day.
part of
Yeah.
the waving flow of whatever the collective agrees on, other than maybe we've got to agree on time so we show up on time.
Right. Yeah, and I want to echo what she was saying at the end. I didn't watch her whole interview, but about, oh no, this and that, and oh, I don't have enough this and I don't have enough that. And it's like,
Right.
well, that's just my wounded identity, whatever. It doesn't matter. All that matters is that I'm following my own heart. I do what
Yeah.
I'm supposed to do, whether I touch one person or 5 million. I don't know. That's not up to me. I just have to follow and do what I do and like let go. And I want to just add this too. I think it was 2018 or something. I was doing a group power healing, and Spirit had said towards the end of the call, they're like, you will soon experience, you don't do healing because something's wrong and you need to fix yourself. Your motivation to do healing is because you love yourself so much, you want to be more of yourself.
Thank you for that.
And
Wow.
when that was
Write that one
said,
down,
I
people.
know, right?
I felt like what that meant of like, okay, so I'm not broken.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do I want my issues that make me feel horrible? No. But if I approach it with something's wrong with me and it's a problem, I have to fix it versus, wait, I'm embodying who I really am after centuries and eons of incarnation. What is this here to teach me? What is this about even? And if I approach it from that place of, by having these quote issues, it's showing me who I used to be and the choices I used to make. And now I don't want these anymore. And how does that reconcile? And what is this about? And, you know, physical, emotional, mental quote issues is all there because we chose something a long time ago and it's up now because it can't, can't stay. Which brings me to my topic of
Let's do
day.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. I love when we tackle these big, like, topics and there's tears, but there's still laughter. Yeah.
It has to be, man.
Yes.
Like, come
Yeah.
on.
Oh my gosh.
So
Go
I
ahead.
want to point this out, and then I want to talk about a second thing that was not on my roster.
Okay. And that's
But
why we do these live.
Right? The Galactics want to talk to us today.
Yes.
Great.
And it's so interesting because that's not my jam. Like, I'm not an ET person, never have been one.
I was going to ask about that.
Yeah, I've just never, did I have that old, I don't know what they call them, the grays or whatever. Did I have that stuff in my space eons ago and had to clear that? And yes, I went through that, which made me be like, oh, I don't want anything to do with anything out there. It's not safe, right? To like where I am today, it's still not like my jam. I don't really like, it's not what I quote focus on, where other people really do. It's their jam. It's what they focus on.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
But recently,
I was going to ask.
it's
And
really
this
been,
week.
and
This
it's
week.
really been coming in, which I'll get to in a second because they have a lot to say to us. So with our topic today of like the new, unearthing this new portal, unearthing this new thing.
Oh, that's the portal.
Wait. Okay.
Sorry.
Shh. Yes, you got it. Wait.
You guys chose it, so I'm like, all right, yes, I will totally freaking jam with this.
Yeah.
So the quote, new portal, or the unearthing the new thing, is actually not new at all. So, and it could be the most hardest thing ever until you get your groove. So where we are now in our embodying who we are, okay, the layers of our issues, our emotions, our feelings that don't feel good, okay, when they arise, we have to practice of this isn't even me anymore. It's not me. There's nothing to heal anymore. There's only something to heal when I believe it's me and I'm stuck in it and I'm trying to get out and find my way. If I undo that and I pull back, surrender into my heart and be present with whatever is being triggered in me and just let it move. It has nothing to, quote, do with who I am. Yes, it's childhood. Yes, it's past life. Yes, it's all the things that's coming out of me daily, right? But if I focus on it from this part that's like trying to figure it out and focus on it. It's like that doesn't work. We have to realize on a deeper level, because it's like an energetic alignment feeling thing, that as these things arise, there's nothing to fix. It's only to let it go, let it move. And as we practice letting it go and let it move, that's where all the learning comes, or teachings, or clarity, in a way that you wouldn't even imagine what might come out of there. So, like just today, I was going for a walk and I'm like, what am I going to talk about today? And I'm like, this
Oh,
doesn't matter.
yeah.
I don't care how much, if I plan this talk all day, it has nothing to do with what do I need to do. And so it's like the subtler and subtler and subtler and subtler and subtler, this part that's like, what about
Got it.
me and what do I do with my life? All that's not who we are. It never was, but because of the energy now, it's subtler, where years ago we could be like, oh, that's not me, this is me. And now what is still feels like me is so subtle that we have to just keep backing out and like falling in our heart and let it move, man. We have to practice that at this point. So I just want to touch on that.
I love that.
And as we do that, the ego and the identity comes up and goes, wait, I can't just be present in my heart. That's too boring. Nothing will get done. It's like, oh, you'll see. You'll see. So this kind of protective, ooh, something's coming to clear for everybody. I'm just going to do it. Okay.
Let's go.
And then,
Woo-hoo!
so as I'm talking about this, it's like this old obligation of, no, I have to suffer. No, I need a medal for how hard I've worked. No, it can't be easy. I have to. It's like, who has to? Who says? What if you're just in your heart all day long? Isn't that what we want anyway?
Yes.
But it's what it actually is versus the idea of what it is,
Wow.
right?
Yeah.
So when you're just
Wow.
being, so let's say this morning, I'm going for my walk, right? What am I going to talk about today? And I'm like, "Meow, not me." And then I just like be my heart. I just like energetically kind of, I feel my heart and I become it and let that part that's asking just move out of the way.
Mm.
That's the simple quote practice.
That makes sense.
I love that.
Because this is,
I mean,
like-
I feel like I do that in my own way, but I feel like the way you do it's probably better explained, right? Because sometimes I'll go into my crying drama and, you know, I'm like, I don't know why I'm doing this. This isn't me, but my body feels like it needs to, you know, and I feel like you might have like, wait a second,
yeah.
that's cute that you're doing that.
Well,
you
there's
know,
a
and I
difference
still feel
between-
something.
Yeah, there's a difference between like truly crying versus, oh, why me? It's very different.
Yes. Yes.
One is,
One
quote,
is like a performance.
yeah, one is like victim identity thing
Yeah.
that I mean, it's so normal to feel this way. And one is like when a true, let's say a real emotion comes, and I can't call this not real because that's real too, right? This like victim, why me? When is my
Yeah,
life
but-
going to change? But nothing ever happens there, right? So it's
No.
like degrees of identity, right?
Mhm.
And we've talked about embodiment for years,
Yeah.
but what really is it? You don't,
Well, earlier this morning, a speaker said that none of this channeling comes through the mind. It really comes through the
Right.
body. And I think
or
that
like an
that's,
artist.
I had to write that down because I felt like it's sort of like you're the Michelangelo or the David statue in the block, right? And you chip it away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we're
Well,
at
I
the
mean-
point where what's getting chipped is so
Yes.
fine
Yes.
energetically.
It's like we're
Yes.
we're in those little like,
detail.
yes, right? The laugh lines. But
The laugh.
Where's the Botox for that?
Right.
We're just finishing this up.
so
Like I said, just be in your heart.
yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
but
No judgment.
No judgment.
with all the details.
Rewind. Yes,
And
Lee.
I can't remember what I was gonna say. And the thing is that we have bodies for us, but like if we were meant to be, always connected to source without this experience, without the fractalization, without, not a here on earth, whatever. If this is what was gonna make it all the better juvie, whatever, groovy, I don't know. Then we would be that right now.
Exactly.
But we are
This is
here in
it.
a body,
Yeah,
and
in a
there's
booty.
a booty.
Back
All
it
those
up.
squats in the
Back that
bathroom.
up.
All those squats in the bathroom, me and Tiffany Haddish, who
All
just
right.
recently manifested her swimsuit issue. Look, at 50, she said. I was like, you go, girl.
Like Bethany Frankel did too.
Yeah, exactly. And she said she manifested it. But anyway,
That's a whisper.
and that's the woo in celebrity news. So when we have, but specifically we have a body for this reason, right? Like because there's a very integral piece. Like if we were meant to be all out here, then that's where we'd be. But really, we're meant to be here, and taking our bodies with us, and having this through this experience, and we're so blessed to have this experience. Now sometimes my body be showing me different, but I at the end of the day, I am truly grateful that I get to have this experience. And as I'm learning this work, and as I hear from you, I know that this is for a specific reason, and it gives me more gratitude. Can you talk a little bit about 'cause sometimes people get mad at their bodies.
She had the Galactic talk to her.
Yes.
Let her go.
Yes.
No, we can do that too. We're
Okay.
not. They're waiting. Don't worry.
Yeah, no, let's go there.
I just want to be clear. This is where words really fall short. We're not trying to make what's being triggered in us wrong, get rid of it. That's not the point. The point is how we are with it now has to be different because it's not who we are.
Yes.
So if we try to be with it like it's who we are, it's not working anymore. We have to let the old identity go. It's like a banana. You have to peel the banana. These things are peeling. Then how we are, because it's evolution, we're evolving. So then how we are with our bodies, with our stuff, with ourself, comes from let's just say a deeper heart, deeper truth. We can't we just can't live in these identities anymore. So it's not about because there's something wrong with them or we're trying to get rid of them when the stuff is moving and I'm trying to get rid of it. It's like this. I love my experience so much. It's a loving act. I don't know how else to describe it, that I'm going to let it move without trying to fix it. And again, it's an art of how to love yourself. Whatever arises, you're like, oh my God, this is beautiful. But it's not words. It's like something in you just feels the beauty of it because it's a sheer experience, like Leonka was saying, in this body, right?
I like
so
that.
it's hard to just, it's more like what I'm talking about is like the lay of the energetic land right now is we're not this person that we still think we are. And if we keep trying to heal the thing that we're not to this degree, it's not working and it's causing more suffering than it is freedom. So if we can be with our quote stuff, triggers, emotions, bodily sensations, and all that from a deeper, truer place within us and address it from there is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Well,
and then that's where this deeper information about the thing starts to come because you're addressing it from really the embodiment that's happening. Right. What are you going to say?
Well, what's coming through is surrender. I mean, it's sort of like I've always kind of I don't like the word. It's kind of like laying in bed or something surrendered, right? But it's the exact opposite. That was just my
It's
conclusion.
engagement.
It's engagement. It's allowing the whispers of the oneness to be heard through you and through your body. So, and to take those jumps and those nudges and those leaps that it's inspiring you to take.
Yeah, because we still have a life to live. That doesn't, like Leonka said, it doesn't just go away. Like my awakening happened 19 years ago now. I'm still living a life. I'm just more embodied in my heart, let's say, in my truth. I'm noticing, oh, that's not me. versus when it first started, the me that was living a life went away. Like she died. That never came back. And I had to figure out, well, what's this thing then? Right.
Yeah.
If I'm not who I thought I was to that degree,
Yeah.
now it's subtler, right? So yeah, it's evolution. It's evolution that we're in, of how to be embodied in this body with all our cellular memory that's just so up all the time because of the purification that we're going through to embody at this degree, you know? So I feel like the Galactics wants to say some stuff.
Okay.
And that's what I call them. So to me, the word galactic, when they come in, like we've all heard, I guess I'm just going to assume, we've all heard 2027, they're coming, right? We've either heard it from Bashar or we've heard it from others that have that platform who are connected like that, right? So, and that they're already here. They've been here for years. We don't know that yet, right?
Well, except we do. We
Yeah,
know.
like we know.
You know it.
Yeah.
Our knower knows.
The knower knows. So I'm just so they've been showing up in my sessions, like I'd say like the last 3 months or so, in a very particular way, way different than before. So it's almost like they've been way further away, and now they're like, "Meow," and they're telling us stuff, and they're helping us understand our human perplexities. And a lot of it they are talking about is how the humans have been led from fear for so long and believed in the fear for so long that from their perspective, it's very black or white. Like we're either the fear is there or we're not there. Right. But for us, it's very confusing still of what's fear, what's not fear, what is this, what is this? So I'm just going to say what they want to say now. So everything is about you becoming the greater of who you are, the greater of who you are, the greater you, the greater you, the greater you, the greater you, the greater you. It is not an end. It's you just. And one of the reasons why they're coming in the way that they are soon is because our energy system is ready to awaken at a much larger, greater, grander, expanded level than we are right now. So right now we have, so everything is a reflection, right? So if the sun is here, it makes you warm. It doesn't try to make you warm. It just makes you warm by being the sun, right? So we've had reflections of our awakening. We've had teachers. We've had, there's so many people out there, right, that are reflecting back truth and awakening and all the things. And it helps us go, I feel that. And then we find it inside, right?
Yep.
Their energy, when I say they, there's so many different, quote, species of the galactic people. When they come, their frequency is such a unique consciousness and intelligence. It brings that forward in us, and we go, whoa. And we already know it's there, but we don't mentally experience it yet. Okay. So one of the reasons why they're coming is because it's time that our systems evolve in that way to have that intelligence and work as a much different race as we have been than mind, mental, control, agenda, me, mine. It's very like pedestrian and third grade kind of thing. Nothing wrong with third graders, but it's how we've been living in this life,
Right.
So
Got it.
the nervous system, from that perspective of when that energy comes, of how it comes, and it's not like one big bam, right? We don't know exactly what it's going to look like, but we just know it's coming. We feel it. We've heard it. We feel it in our own ways. Okay. When that starts happening and our systems start being able to, our systems start activating in that particular way, our nervous system as a human being is part of that. It's like it's all like enmeshed, like it's all one. So June through December, let's say, is really starting to get our bodies ready for this activation of our deeper intelligence, our knowing, our higher connection, our higher intelligence within our higher light inside. So, and because we're all here together right now, they're just saying so many things because everyone here, in whatever way that you guys are doing it, your curiosity is asking them something, let's say, or just curious, and you're like, oh, and they're answering. So now it's like, so I'm only supposed to talk about certain things of all of that. Okay.
Okay.
So the one simple thing that we want to focus on right now is fear, because our nervous system is getting ready to embody our deeper, higher intelligence within our human body. The fear of how we have lived as a human race can't stay anymore. Even more so than ever, can't stay. So to quote, prepare yourself. It's like going to college. You've done first grade all the way up to high school. Now you're going to go to college. Now you're going for your PhD. It's very different school, right?
Yeah.
So to prepare your nervous system, and as you do this, it's also very, quote, self-serving in a very good way, because it helps you receive, it helps you feel safe, it helps you embody, it helps you, quote, manifest. And it's not the you that's manifesting, you receive. So I don't like the word manifest so much sometimes, because it creates like automatically, oh,
Yeah.
I have to do it now. I have to do it. What am I not doing? What do we got to do? What do we got to do? So if we just not use that for now, and it's a receiving. So you are the energy you receive, right? So to prepare the nervous system for your higher intelligence to come online, let's say, to come forward, is to start with fear, understanding your relationship still of how it shows up for you today. And work with that. Don't fix it, but understand, why do I still believe fear, I wonder? And what is fear? Okay, that's the umbrella. Then we have numeral, I can't say that word. A. We have A.
Numero
all the way to
one.
I love you.
I'm like, I cannot get that word out right now. You know, it looks like an I, right? Whatever
Yes.
that is.
Roman
all the
numeral
way.
one.
Yeah.
Roman numeral. Thank you.
Yes.
It's okay.
All the way to gazillion. Okay,
Mm.
because how fear shows up for you and how it shows up for me is very different
Okay.
because of my stuff, your stuff, right? A major way that fear shows up for all of us is self-doubt.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
Wow.
Self-doubt, when you believe in your doubt, you open yourself up for threat to come into your system. What the threat does is it scares you to say, you cannot follow your heart because something bad will happen. You won't have what you need. It plays on very particular survival base things, right? When you don't believe in the doubt that arises, your shutters close in your house. You don't have open gaps to be threatened because you're in your sovereignty, you're in your wholeness. And when you're in like that and something comes to you and says, oh, you better not follow your heart, something bad will happen, you'd be like, that's not what love would say to me. That's it. Like you just start to know that's not right. Love would only support me. Love would only want me to follow my heart and my inspiration and trust my information. So it's not like your mind goes from one belief to the next. I believe in self-doubt. No, I don't. You embody, you don't believe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's
in
like
their
a direct,
bones.
yeah, it's like in your
Fortunately.
bones. Like think about experiences that you used to have 20 years ago that you don't have anymore. And if it came to you today, you'd be like, well,
Yeah.
like there's nothing in me that's interested. And it's not
Ah.
because you're trying not to be interested. You've evolved, you've grown, you've healed. You're just not, right?
Like an ex.
Yeah.
Yes,
like it.
exactly. Like think about the people that you were attracted to and dated
Yeah.
years ago,
Yeah.
where
Like-
now you'd be like,
No way. Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
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 right?
Yeah.
And why
Yeah.
is that? Why were you so like, oh my God, with that dude years ago? And now they could be like,
Yeah,
and
you're
you'd be
like,
like, whatever,
yeah.
It's not
Because
Right.
you've healed, you've moved on or whatnot, or
a
just not.
frequency match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So you're no longer a frequency match for that person. Right.
But that
And what
could
used to
also be
get
like
you,
when I started the series, I was terrified of showing up on camera. And I would judge every little bit and everything that I spoke out of my mouth. And now I'm like, pff, everything just flies, right? Now, I do think that was some practice in that, but I think
Right.
that that's also this evolution.
Yes, it's both. You
Mhm.
practiced, you healed, you loved
Yeah.
yourself, you worked through a lot to be able
Mhm.
to just be like, rah, right? So yeah, it's the energetics that start to shift. So we're not talking about don't believe in self-doubt anymore. It's you just don't believe in self-doubt.
You just
And it happens.
aren't doubt.
You just know it's not you.
Yeah.
Like where the words right now is it's not you. But what does that actually mean? And you only know through your own direct experience of when you really know, oh. And it's
Mhm.
two things. It's either a journey of like releasing, healing, embodying sovereignty, wholeness, healing the past issues and all the things around doubt, or poof,
Yeah.
you're done. And we don't know which one it is. You can't say to somebody, this is how you're going to heal. This is how me, myself is going to be done with something. You don't freaking know. That's grace. That's the awakeness in us. We can't choose and pick when something leaves, when something is done,
Mhm.
right? So where you are doubting your own heart is where fear, the energy of fear, which is connected to control, which is connected to agenda, how it gets in. So, and they're also saying, let it be a bumpy ride.
Mhm.
Don't look for a straight line up. It's like, it's okay. Like we've been carrying this consciousness in us since incarnation, number one, let's say, as an example. Maybe it didn't start there for all of us, but what we're healing now and completing is every single thing we have ever been through that is related to us being who we are today is what is completing, ending, healing, reconciling, and completing, ending. So it's not just about healing ourselves anymore. It's like, holy shit, everything I've ever experienced as a soul, as an incarnated being is now
Yeah.
completing so I can embody who I am. It's so huge,
Yeah.
right? That's why, like you were saying, Janet, in the beginning, there's no problem to solve. Like
Mhm.
you are a human being embodying who you are. That is not, you can't solve it. You have to be it. You have to walk through it. You have to understand it. You have to, through your own
Yeah.
experience, you start to be like, you know what? I don't want to fix myself anymore. That doesn't feel right. Ooh, how do I want to be with
Mhm.
myself now when things come? Like you just
Yeah.
can't help
Okay.
it,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Not because
Yes.
somebody told you, your own experience of yourself goes, ew, this feels bad. I don't want to think of myself as this anymore. That just doesn't starting to feel boring or not right or
It's
whatever,
a
right?
choosing from the
Mhm.
feel, from the good, from the feel
Yeah.
how I want to feel.
Yeah, how you want to feel. Yeah.
Mhm.
Because you can't choose what gets triggered, but you can choose what you do about it,
Yes.
right?
And we know that we can change all those bodily chemicals that actually make us feel better too. Right?
Yep.
We've had so many speakers give us examples. Go
Mhm.
out in nature, play Hertz frequencies, listen to binaural beats or whatever it is. Take a bath, take a shower. With so many
Listen to How
people.
Hustle on replay.
Right.
Yeah, it's like,
Right.
so Amma Chi, for those of you who know Amma,
Yeah.
hugging saint lady,
Mhm.
right?
Right.
She is a saying where you have a cup of mud and you
Mm.
have a cup of fresh water and you just keep pouring fresh water into the mud and pretty
Mhm.
soon you'll have a cup of fresh water. You don't
Mhm.
try to get rid of the mud. You just keep pouring the water over and over. And like
I
that's
love
the job
that.
of a guru, which is they see the spark
Mhm.
in you and they just keep that igniting, helping it ignite and it get lit, over and over and over and over and over. And
Mhm.
so
Wow.
I forget why I just said that. But
No, but that is like our muddy water. It's like we don't have to go through all the mud.
yeah,
You have
that.
to try to scoop it all out.
Instead, we can just put a bunch of cleaner water until the
Yeah.
mud doesn't even matter anymore.
Which is the music, the walking, the
Mhm.
showering. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's that
We
goes
got
back
you. We
to,
were there with you.
yeah, it's like, it goes back to, yes, it can be that easy. Don't focus on the mud, focus
Yes.
on the water. It can be that easy. We are at a spot now in our journey where we can do this.
Yes.
And you know what's funny is that miraculously that mud can turn into clear water as well. Just like that.
Well, yeah, because
Because we clear it.
Mhm.
Because
yes.
because this is because this is miracles. Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's the thing too. Like, you never know when a miracle is about to spark.
Well, and you
Or
said something that made me think of a miracle in my life. It was like, so in the 12 steps, basically it says, and as a result of having a spiritual awakening, I no longer, desired alcohol, right? So that was an instantaneous miracle. And what you said something earlier that kind of like turned that light on in my head, and I'm like, yeah, I can believe that because I've had a miracle in my life, and that is the spiritual awakening, and that is the no longer desire to have alcohol from one day to the next,
what?
right?
Yeah,
Like that. That's a miracle.
that is the miracle. That is
and so
grace. Yeah.
right.
You
And
weren't
so
trying.
no,
Well, she asked, you
I
had
surrendered
some
and asked.
nudge to ask, I would like
Yes.
to change around this.
I did the things to do the have spiritual awakening, right? Which is those things, but I asked of my soul, or asked of, and then surrendered, myself with higher source, like let's go, right? And then of course that, because of that, right? So there is a miracle that can be had in everything.
Well, and
And I
the-
have to go and excavate all this stuff and heal myself and all that stuff in order to have that non-desire of alcohol anymore, right?
Right.
Like, I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
how do you
ready to go
explain
down to a
that,
pragmatic
right?
something,
there's a
right?
reason
Yeah.
that they made up the word miracle, because it happens periodically.
And they're to be expected.
When so I want to, I'll save that story for later.
Okay. Mm.
Actually, I feel like you guys have something more to say, and then I'll.
I feel like,
continue.
yeah, there's a few things on the comments that has happened, and I wanted to maybe look at some of this.
Yes, please, because my monitor is far away. I can't see them.
Yeah. There's also a saying that we don't have to go through the garbage bag as we walk into the dumpster.
Oh, right. As
Right.
you walk into the dumpster. That's good.
That's a good one.
I don't need to go shopping in there, right? I
Yeah.
can just put that mug right out.
Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
absolutely.
So good.
the gloves down.
Yeah.
Don't have.
Who said that?
Put the garbage in the can. Walk away. What?
Walk away.
When you were talking about the bumpy road, I didn't want to interrupt, but there's so much value in the bumps, because then once again, something comes back up and we go, well, I thought I cleared that.
That's why I
Right?
can't
And-
say that ever again.
No, I think that that's something that we should stop saying. We should stop saying, I thought I cleared it, or I thought I healed it. And I mean, I'm kind of starting to hate the word healed, because it's like, well, then are you more superior because you've healed more things? I mean, I do think that it's all about awareness.
I was
And
going to say, yeah, the
yeah.
healing is the awareness. Like, awareness
Mhm.
creates healing.
yes.
Like when a finger gets cut and it scabs over
Mhm.
and then it's gone, what creates that? It's the body's
Body's-
intelligence.
Mhm.
It's not because it's a healing, and yet it's healing. It's not
Yes.
trying to heal. It's this
Ah.
natural. Yeah, it's a very
Yeah.
specific type of, like,
Got it.
Yeah, your
when
body
we look at these
knows.
words.
Right. Yeah.
Intelligence.
Yeah, and can
That's
we
it.
surrender to that knower that knows how to heal a cut? That same knower in
Yeah.
me knows how to deal with this thing that's being triggered. And if I let go and trust that versus what I think it should be,
Yep.
well, let
Yeah.
me let go. It's like when I do a session for people, like I say this to myself, like, girl, when I'm all caught up in something, I'm like, remember, you don't know anything when you are about to do a session with somebody. You're surrendered and it comes to you. Do that for yourself.
Yes.
Because I'm so good at this, looking for myself, and it's like I can't do that anymore because it's just not working. So I have to surrender like I would for someone else,
Mhm.
as an example. because my heart knows way more than this part of me that's trying to, like, when I'm
Yep.
on my walk this morning, what am I going to talk about? I don't freaking know.
No, it was
Like, it won't
I mean,
figure it
look how
out.
divine it is,
Are
too.
you finding that more things like I feel like there was a point, maybe it's just the traditional journey of a soul, but are you finding that more people are uh no longer like I used to be able to figure things out. I used to be able to like
Mhm.
I can make it happen. I got this, and
Oh,
it was
yeah.
all me, right? And it's probably how I ended up boozing so much. But the but the
That's called control.
correct. And then a surrender, whatnot. But like we used to have our bag of tricks, and it's like
Right.
Your bag of tricks
and
aren't
you're like
working.
you're
Yeah.
zero in and I go whatever. Are you finding that people like and more are not able to rely on those old bag of tricks, right? Like that old focus thing and like
Yeah.
whatnot. Like we really are shifted as a race to where we really are, and the way in which we would create is truly through the heart. Like if we're
But
not
is it
going there,
just you because you're awakening, or is it the
that's what I,
collective? Is
that's
the,
what I,
the
that's what
question?
I was asking.
Well,
Yes.
Okay.
the second somebody has their awakening and this light that's always like been underneath, let's say, comes out, none of the bag of tricks work anymore.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
That's
then it
what that
takes
was
a
the question.
while for it to all start to fall away. For some people, it's none of it works. For some people, some of it still works. But eventually, if it's not from this, it will go.
Mm-hmm.
It has to, right? And for each person, it's like this natural thing starts to happen of like, oh, I used to do this thing. I used to do this thing. And I don't want to. Like, you just can't help it, right?
Mm-hmm.
To answer your question, yes.
Yes.
And for each person, it's different of when something falls away like that and what they're still able to do in their bag of tricks. And it's not
Mm-hmm.
because their level of awakening or it's not because of anything like that. It's very specific to that person's journey of the self, and no longer needing certain things to do anymore is a very like how I see it. It's like when I look at that psychically in somebody and all these things that used to work don't, and yet they're still there. And some of them are kind of like Swiss cheese. They have holes in it. And some of them are really like dense and loud. And then there's this truth in the person that's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the intelligence of the awareness and consciousness itself in this light and in the thing has a thing it's playing out to complete itself by understanding itself. That is not the mind at all. Something else is happening in us that is beyond anything that we could choose, fix, control about when something releases and something doesn't. And then when you have a miracle like you did of all of a sudden, you don't have to try to not want to drink anymore. You just don't. That was because that was part of your journey to, like, that's what, let's say, Grace saw would help you the most, which is
Yeah.
to be done, versus it wasn't your path to keep whatevering. Like, there's a reason why, quote, miracles happen too.
Yeah.
And why you can't say, oh, I went to this healer and they helped me with this. Can you help the same person with that? It's like, no, like,
Yeah.
nope.
Yeah.
And so,
Well, sometimes, I mean, I do think that there are collective things that when you bring up again in a collective way, that you can lift the awareness on that one thing.
yes. But
Yes.
as
You
then
know.
the person is unwinding all that is a very specific journey of consciousness for them. And the
Yeah.
consciousness within it that created in the first place is learning and becoming itself.
Mm-hmm.
And it can't be controlled because it's not an emotional reason. It's like a divine consciousness within itself is learning about itself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And why the
It's
thing
its
is
own-
still there is because it's like, it's so intricate of the layers upon layers of curiosity and understanding and why it had a certain experience. There's so much that goes into a quote issue. Like, there's so much that goes into it. It's not just, oh my God, I suck, I'm broken. It's like, there's a reason why your soul had a very specific experience. And now as you awaken, you're unwinding, it's all unwinding. And sometimes it goes in 2 seconds, or sometimes it takes years. That's the part we can't control, because of the awakeness within itself is learning about itself through the experience. And it
Mhm.
never sees it as a problem.
Mhm.
We're like, God, hurry up. When's my thing gonna happen? And it's like, meow.
I think.
Yeah. What
Like,
thing? It's
yeah,
like, what do you
I'm,
mean you're evolving? You're great. Yeah.
yeah, this
Yeah.
is it. Like,
Right.
you're missing the very thing,
Yeah.
looking for
yeah.
other, right?
Yes.
And we don't,
Right.
who wants to be in pain? Nobody. We want our physical stuff to hurry up already and go away. Like, it sucks. But if it's there, there's a reason why it's there. And what is it learning? What is it teaching you? What is it about? What is it trying to help you know about yourself? You know?
Mhm.
Um,
Wow. I
yeah.
want to ask you a question that's kind of outside this box, but might lead back.
Mm.
We've talked about, our higher self almost like puppeting us, right? Like just, getting ourselves out of the way and allowing our higher selves to puppet you. And in doing so, we've also talked about the NPC players and how we see this reality as more a play, and that we're going to go back to heaven and we're going to, laugh at the play that we've gone through. What are your thoughts about looking at, I know that was a lot, that's a lot of defining and defining.
Yeah, there's
No,
like
no,
a
no, I'm not
definition
like-
for kind of an abstract.
But I
all of it.
wanted to see, what is your
How do you view
perception on how to, always be your higher self? That's one part. The
Okay.
second part is, when you say, I don't usually do the galactic, but I actually look at you as the galactic. Like what kind of whatever comes through your mouth is a planetary transmission, so to speak, for us all to up level to that multidimensional field. So that's a lot.
Wouldn't it be funny if, like, the Galactics come, let's say in 27, all of a sudden I'm like, what? Holy shit!
I don't know.
I can like
don't know,
hide
I
in,
think
I
you're
can
not
hide
doing that.
within my own
Yeah.
self, right?
I don't know. Like you leaned forward, and I was like, "Ooh,
What's happening?
I was like, there's something that resonated."
I know.
Well, thank you, Jeneth. That really means a lot. Because that's why I always felt like I'm here to share, is because I'm pointing to something in a specific way with specific energy for people to, not like, you understand this. Like, it's a sharing for people to know themselves, and it's like
Yes.
an exchange. It's like an offering, like, here.
Yes, that's very obvious with you. Yes,
Yeah.
I think that's why people gravitate.
It's fun also navigating these conversations with you, because we can just totally open and be ourselves and just blah out. Well,
Yeah.
at least I feel that way.
Yeah. Blah.
Blah. These thoughts are on my mind. Help.
Well, I thought why I was like this is because I thought you were going to say, what do you think this whole earth soul thing, human thing is? And I'd be like, oh God.
Well, I
can only go by what I've been shown and what I've
Right,
seen.
right.
Yeah,
And I don't
right.
know that any one human has all the pieces to
No,
Dude, in the
that's why
shower
we
today-
interview them all.
Yeah, in the shower today, I'm like, we don't have all the answers. We have some.
Yes, and that is why
All
we're
of
doing
us.
whisper mapping,
Yep.
people,
Mhm.
because we're
So
taking all
I'm
the
Get in
time.
the community and do it.
Can you repeat your question? Oh, how do
But
you stay your higher self?
how do you and how do you see your higher self communicating with you on a day-to-day basis? Maybe would be the first part of the question.
Or do you see it that way?
I don't really see my higher self.
Mhm. You just are it. Is that what you're gonna say? Or should we?
No.
Okay. Is it
No.
just big self? I'm an infinite being.
It's the booty self.
It's
Back
the
it up.
booty self. For real. Oh, it's
No
that
more
time of
higher
day.
self, everybody. It is now
Yeah.
booty self. Wouldn't that be fun?
I'm Kim
seen that-
Kardashian.
I've
Oh,
seen
lead with
the
your
quote-
confidence.
I've seen the quote higher self in others, which is not just one self, it's all these higher aspects of consciousness and frequencies of their consciousness. And it shows
Cool.
up as like a form.
Mhm.
Okay.
And it's just a
Wow.
higher vibe. It's just a
Mhm.
different form than the
Okay.
human.
Yep.
So I've seen it in others where for me, I would say I more just always go to my heart
Mm.
and my beingness. I don't go
Oh.
out. I go in, down.
Hmm.
So
But the
depending on,
universe is in you.
yeah,
Yeah.
it is. And I, it's
Well, yeah,
like,
'cause you projected it out.
We just projected it outside.
it's like when you're doing healing with people and you see the true self and you see this old layer that's ready to go. And then when it goes, that's where all this information comes out about the past life and about this life and about why they feel the way they feel about themselves.
Mhm.
And in that perspective, it doesn't feel like the universe is inside of us because it feels like I'm this, that's this, right? So I'll just stay with, I don't experience a higher self for me. I see it in others though. For
Interesting.
me, it's all
Mhm.
heart. I just go my heart, my heart, my heart, my beingness. It's
Uh-huh.
very kind of like,
I
it's
think
kinda
that really
different.
answers the question.
Well,
though.
yeah, and then maybe that is why I feel like your topic's always embodying,
Mm.
right? You
And
know,
I think that really answered the core of your question,
it did.
which was how do we stay with this more?
Right.
How do I operate more? And you are basically saying, I do this from
With-
my heart.
Yeah.
All
Like just like you
day.
did with whenever you tried to figure out what the talk was going to be, then you stopped and you dropped
I
into
come
your
back.
heart.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
like, up. Oh, this will never be what it thinks it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Let me come back.
Uh-huh.
Now it's looking at what am I gonna do at the gym later? It doesn't know.
Mhm.
Ooh, my belly feels really bloated right now. Ooh, what's that energy?
Gluten.
Let me like gluten. Let me like go in there. It's like everything's always in for me, like in.
Mhm.
I love that. I love
Okay,
that
I
you're giving
actually
us
like
this
that
example,
experience
too.
better
Yeah.
than sometimes, I feel like I do a lot of going.
Well, I think that was the misconception that
Yeah.
a lot of the spiritual community
Community
had,
had.
right? Was that there
Well,
was
and
something
like
outside
I'll
of
go
ourselves.
quote, I'll bring my awareness out there when I talk to spirit. They're always to my right and up there. Like every week I tune in for a group, they're right in front of me. And I'm like,
Mhm.
what are we doing? What's the topic? So that's out. It's not here, it's out.
Mhm.
Galactics are out. They're out there.
Yeah.
So, but I stay here.
Mhm.
Like everything happens
understand.
from here. So when I
I
put my
gotcha.
awareness out there, yeah, I'm here still. I'm not
Yep.
leaving my
Yep.
Yeah.
self like
Thank you
that.
for that.
No, I appreciate that. I'm going to ask one other question and we gotta start wrapping up here. There's a question on the chat and I have a similar type of feeling. I would probably say it in a different way. And they asked, how do you handle the I don't want to do this anymore energy, especially when it comes to relationship?
Ooh. Well, the I don't want to do this anymore is not you because your
Yeah.
heart wouldn't feel that way.
Mm.
When you're truly done with something, you know. Think
Mhm.
of all the times in your life where you've been like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And this feels like you're in your knowing. Oh, this is my guidance. Oh, I'm not listening to myself. Oh, I'm dishonoring myself. What do I do? And then one day you knew. And it's a very different vibe. So when you go into that, I can't do this anymore. What is that? What percentage is that of that is yours? Is that even you? Right? Is this me?
Mhm.
Right? Is this mine?
Right, the other person could even be feeling that way.
Yeah, it could be 1,000 reasons of what I can't do this anymore is. It
Mhm.
could be as simple as, oh, that's just my identity. That's my ego. That's my fear. That's my pain. Or it could be some sort of fucked up energy out there that's making you feel this way. What is
Mhm.
it? Inquire. But
Mhm.
your heart would never talk to you that way.
Mhm.
Anything that's true to do feels peaceful and calm and still and
I got you.
Right,
know.
because it's almost like in
Like
that
the truth
moment.
doesn't talk
Yeah.
to you that way.
Right.
It's not, the truth isn't frantic or scared
Mhm.
or freaked out.
Right. I
Ever,
gotcha.
ever.
It would
Right.
be very absolute. It'd be like, I want to do this.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah. I'm gonna support you in
I'm
moving
doing-
this way.
Right.
Yeah.
We are doing this now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Right.
that's mostly a frequency of frustration has come up to the point that she's like, I'm done, you
Yeah,
know?
or
But
fear or
Mhm.
hurt or just the overwhelm of the energy can feel so intense. You're just like, oh my God, I can't take this anymore because we're so triggered and we're like, oh, it's when you're in that energy, just know that that's not the truth of you speaking, and to
Mhm.
just kind of breathe
Mhm.
and let it be and give it space. And if you were to just kind of come back, just even if you just focused on your breath, focused on your little toe, focus on anything, just kind of let that energy just kind of be buoyant and actually see what it is instead of identifying with it, right? Because
Mhm.
you're identified in it, right? With relationship, you have to follow your heart. So
Mhm.
is it true in your heart of hearts to stay in a relationship? Yes or no? Regardless of, does it feel good? Does it not feel good?
Mm.
The truth isn't about feeling good.
Yeah.
Or it's not about not feeling good. It's about, this is my path right now, and it feels like a yes to stay, or it
Mhm.
feels like a no. But it's not an emotional no, and it's not an emotional yes. It's your heart
Interesting.
Yeah.
speaking to you.
Which is most expansive. Truth makes you lighter, a lie makes you feel heavier
Yeah. And
moment.
so
Yeah.
if you listen to all the triggers and all your preferences, we'd all run away all the time. We'd either run towards something or run away because
Mm.
we have too many preferences and too many triggers and too much wounding. But when you're in your heart with somebody, regardless of it's a career, it's work, it's lover, it's friend, and you start to have stuff, you have to ask your heart, yes, I'm super triggered right now. I'm afraid if this isn't right for me. Let me just spend time and my heart will speak to me because it's my heart. It
Mhm.
will break through the
Yes.
noise. At
Yes.
some point, it will break through.
Yes.
Mhm.
And trust that. Don't trust the voices, but you trust the still, voices they say inside. And can we do a little healing with everybody?
Yeah. Let's do
Just
it.
to assist in all the noise versus the heart.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. What are we gonna do? 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 Because it's a huge habit energetically to be in all of the noise versus just go to your heart. Right.
Mhm.
So right now we're just connecting with everybody of there's just a lot running around, a lot of patterns, a lot of habit of going into the noise and going into the fear and going into the what ifs and all that. It's habit.
Mm.
So if we start to energetically break the habit of the noise and bring you into your heart. So basically that's what we're about to do right now. I know we're short on time, so
No, we're good. We're good. Go ahead.
okay. So it's the fear of trusting the heart, because then what? Right? What if my heart tells me X and that scares me? There's a lot of reasons of why we're scared. But yeah, we're just helping you guys just kind of let go of the noise and just fall down and in, Yep, everyone's leaping forward now. Okay, ready? Yep, so as a group, we're all just going forward. Kind of closing the doors behind us, just kind of going forward a bit in consciousness and evolution and next steps, next phases of yourself. And to finish us off, so to speak, as this is happening, the Galactics are kind of back, not that they ever left, but, they're saying to everybody as an individual, like, what does this really mean for you? Right? And they're talking about the most basic question. What does spirituality even mean for me, I wonder? What does being awake even mean for me? What does being healed mean for me? What is it for me, goddammit?
Mm.
Not for what somebody says. What is it for me? What is
Me,
my
me.
experience? Yeah, me, in a good way. Me in a good way.
Yeah, yes,
right?
yes.
Because without that foundational knowing of the self, as the galactics and all the energy and all the activations start, it's going to be that much harder because you just, without knowing the self, how do you know anything really? Right? You have no comparison. So it's just really important to just come to the most basic question for yourself about anything.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, know for yourself is very, 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 very important. And we've said this for years, but it has to be the foundation of your house, you know.
Mhm.
Okay. We're still
Well,
kind of in it,
I
but
just wanted to acknowledge something.
mm,
Ironically, you're like quite the middle speaker of this whole summit. And while you were doing that, I was like, oh, we're traveling again. And I said to Lianka, oh, this is the portal.
you gotta
yeah.
throw that word in there. This is
But
the portal.
yeah, it literally felt like now we're falling through this
Mhm.
rabbit hole here.
Well, and that's what it always looks like for me. Like when people leap
Mhm.
forward in consciousness, where they're standing energetically, they start to
Mhm.
all of a sudden be done and
Yep.
go forward. And it's like
Mhm.
this space that they're
Mhm.
going forward in, and then they leave
Mhm.
that behind, and like the doors shut, and it completes, and there's ceremony,
Yeah.
and it's
Mhm.
like, yeah, it's like in space and consciousness going forward.
Yeah.
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 Mhm.
When I did the Alice in Wonderland portal, then all the movies came through with those, like The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and The
Mhm.
Matrix, and him being flushed, and and it was just like interesting how it was just like, this is just, you said that this is ancient, and it was just like, I just really got that
Mhm.
we're still to go, like it's always like that is going into the field.
Yeah, and
Like
it
it's
goes from
always that way.
yeah,
Yeah.
like our awakening at the end of the day is going to take us from complexity to the most simplistic way of being and living, because that's what
Mhm.
it is.
Yeah.
And I
Well,
just want
because
to,
it is order. I mean, the
it
universe is
is.
based on order,
Yeah.
and yet we feel like we're constantly in chaos.
But that is the repurposing
But
principle.
that is why we're whisper
Mhm.
mapping, to help our brains put it together.
And we don't even have to put it together, but
Yeah.
it is in the covering.
Yeah.
Sure.
And it might move us faster. I mean,
Yeah, when
or
you
ascend
let
us
go, you
upper.
actually, yeah, when you let
As-
go of the
yeah.
grip, you actually move faster versus like the river, right? You're holding on to the reeds of the river, but
Mm.
when you let go,
Yeah.
Yes.
it's faster, it's easier.
Yeah.
But then the
Yeah.
mind can't go, if I let go, it's going to be faster. Right. It doesn't
That's
work.
I know, right?
that
Right?
concept
It's like,
at
oh, I
all.
did it again. Yeah.
Yeah. But oops, I did it
Did it again.
again.
I played with your heart.
I played with my past.
Got lost in the game. Yeah.
Of this stupid collective reality. All right.
Britney Spears
Woo.
remake.
Thanks,
Yeah.
thanks.
We should have the singer sing it.
Singer's
All right.
missed out. Singer feels better.
See, this is why I say in my email when I'm on you guys' show, I'm like, I get to play with Jenith and Lianka again.
Yes,
To me, it's what
yes,
it
it
is.
is a
Just
play.
we show up and we play and
Yeah.
do stuff.
Thank you.
And clear shit for
we
real. Yeah.
don't
it
know what the
changes world.
topic is,
I love
but
it. I love it.
it'll be incredible.
It'll happen. It'll
Come
just
ask your
come.
questions.
Right.
I didn't even look at your special offer, but let's open it up here
Okay.
and see what's in it.
Goodness, all goodness.
Oh
So
my
I
goodness.
wanted
love it.
to, because my special sauce is helping you guys release what is not you and embodying what is you. Quick,
Mhm.
faster, faster. I
Yes.
wanted to create this package to literally do that. So I called it Purge, Rise, and Align because
Yes.
that's what it is. So we help you purge, we help you rise, and we help you align. And so I
Mhm.
did 4 group power healing MP3s, and also I threw in my 13 audio veil removal series. So
Yes.
I know we're short on time. I'm just gonna just touch on these a little bit. So
Mhm.
group power healing number 1 and 2, there's a part 1 and there's a part 2.
Wow.
The first part is purging and purging and purging and purging the old, like clearing past patterns, all this old stuff, and moving forward through what you're clearing, understanding yourself. Part 2, which was day 2. So we did on one day and then we did the next day. The 2 is purging more, but rising and embodying what it is that you're choosing and supporting that, and spirit supporting that. So that's the simple answer for those 2. And again, all the info is on the page. I just wanted to touch on these because of our time. So, and then the other one, number 3, is when I did this session, there was this image of you guys just stepping like this, forward, constantly into your higher consciousness. And then spirit wanted to create it to be an escalator. And so we did this session to help everything that you're stepping through to just glide through. Quick, easy. So that was number 3. And then number 4, there was a very high initiation weekend recently that we did a group power healing on, and it was to leap you guys into your next evolutions. And we used this very high initiation energy to initiate you into yourself, into your embodiment, into your awakening deeply and powerfully and quickly. So those are the 4 group power healings. And then I also added my 13 audios of clearing these old ego veils, the ego energy that holds on through fear on the chakras, in your consciousness, in the sexuality. And we went, they're all in consecutive order. So if this is the first time listening to this, listen to them in order, and then you can listen to whichever one you want to after
Love
that.
it.
It's a very powerful clearing of old ego consciousness and how it sits in the chakras and in your energy system, and releasing that. And then in the last one, spirit did this overall just kind of sweeping and clearing and completing of all that. So they're very powerful. And I also just want to say, to me, and this just like deeply touches my heart, the replays are very, 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 very personal and very intimate and very powerful. And spirit always meets you where you are in your path when you're listening. And so people have said to me throughout the years, they feel like they're there live, they feel the support of the group, and they feel this feeling vindicated and seen on a soul level of what they have gone through. And it's being seen so deeply that it creates this just sacred release and stepping forward in embodiment and becoming like home to yourself. So they're very, very powerful. So treat them all like a live session, and they will meet you where you are, and all the energies that we worked with gets transmuted into what you need now.
Wow.
So that's what I got.
Yes, Heather says, if you get her package, you won't regret it! Exclamation point.
Aw.
Thank you, Ambajam. And then Katie says, Ambajam is a physical portal. Her being opens you and draws you to step in through with her love, passion, and wisdom. Thank you, Ambajam. Yeah, we can agree
guys.
more. It's true,
There-
though.
There's so
Thank
many
you.
thank yous and love yous. Wow.
iPhone, we don't know who iPhone. No, this is Keisha. She says, thank you, Amajam. Love you with a heart and some prayer hands in New Zealand. So thank you for joining us from New Zealand.
Yay.
Yay. And we couldn't agree more. I know that personally for Jenna, she says that the veils had changed.
Well, the veil, I knew that
Changed her
that
life.
was some of the opening of the veils for me when
It was like,
years ago,
you couldn't stop
I think it
talking.
was 2018.
Yeah.
And I was like, listened and listened and listened and was like, oh my gosh, like I'm starting to get new awarenesses. And it started just as my clear cognizant, clear knowing, the clairs came online. And then as we started coming back and I started working with Leonka, and you've been a part of this series since the beginning because I was in love with you, as you may know.
I like you too.
Yes.
I was like, we got to get her on. We got to get her on. We got to get her on. And it was really from a place of this is the message, right? I mean,
Yeah, it's not a problem to be
sense that,
fixed.
right.
Yes.
And I really, it's like, I keep trying to go, well, let's bring in some wellness and nutrition speakers into this. And it's like, it always keeps like, we'll go and get one and I'll be like, no. It just,
Eventually,
it's like,
there'll
I
be
mean,
shifts,
I,
but
I,
right
I,
now,
I
it's
feel like
Armageddon
that,
that has
yeah.
been a foundation of this message for sure. So
It's
thank
like
you.
multidimensional. Let's talk multidimensional. Can we talk it in food too? It's kind of where I haven't yet found those people.
Well, and it's like we all have our niche, right? Like each
Yes.
niche is so important. Like Michael and I were going
Yes.
for a walk the other day, my husband, and we were like, God, we need a whole team. I need a nutritionalist. I need a personal
Yes.
trainer. I need an energy healer. I
Mhm.
need
Yeah.
a consciousness teacher. I need a chiropractor.
Hairstylist.
I need a dentist, hairstylist, right? It's like I need a team that constantly is evolving with me. And we all
Yeah.
need that. Like we can't do this by ourselves. We can, let's say, it's not that we can't, but we really can't. We need each other, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's
You
the
know?
beauty of having so many diverse, right? The things that
Yeah.
we're all great at, and that everybody has a place,
Yeah.
and we receive differently from everyone
It's
else.
so
and yeah,
true.
it's so
It's
amazing.
so true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah.
It's so interesting. Our speaker at yesterday evening, she spoke on the same topic, so to speak, as what you spoke on, getting you back to your innate self. And I mean, for the lack of better words. And then we talked about it today in like not even close to the same conversation.
And
And
that's
yet,
the beauty of it.
and that is the
Right.
beauty of it because
Yep.
it comes through the way that it can be received by whoever needs to receive it.
Yeah, and we all
Yes.
have our own approach in how we see things, right? Like I
Mhm.
see it like an extra large pizza. I have a very specific
Yes.
slice that I'm focused on. I'm not
Mhm.
focused on all of it. I'm focused on this,
Yes.
right? And that's
Mhm.
okay. That's
Yeah.
enough,
Yes. Yes.
right?
Yeah.
For
Yes.
me.
Yeah.
And that's how I've grown is like where I echo the speaker before me.
Mhm.
It's like I'm enough in what I do,
Mhm.
and that's enough. I don't have to
Mhm.
be like this person and like that person. I
No.
mean, I'm a human. We all compare. Oh, that person's better. Rrr. And
Mhm.
it's like, this is my gig. It's been my gig ever since 2 years old. I have to own it and I can't put sparkles on it. Like, I can't make it be anything. This is what it is. Right. And
Yes.
the more I own that and I'm
Yes.
comfortable with that and is my journey of embodying
Mhm.
who I am, right? Like owning my thing.
Yeah.
And I don't have to make it sound like somebody else. And,
I thank you. Thank you
know,
so much for saying
I
that
was
because
gonna say, and thank you for doing that, right? Like for being
mm,
that for the world.
Mhm.
Really,
Right.
really.
it's
I feel
hard,
like
man.
it is hard.
Especially with social media, right?
Yeah.
This
It
person
doesn't
has 8
understand you.
gazillion followers and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, that
And
was
it's
the
like,
question.
yeah, I think years ago, it really hit me hard that my path is my path, no matter
Yeah.
how much I
Mhm.
want it to be or should be something, and it should be this. It's like, but that's not what it is. It's this. It's
Yes.
this. And the more
Yes.
I am this, the more peaceful I am. And I don't give a
Mhm.
shit how many followers I have. Like, I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just don't,
It's
you
not gonna
know?
matter
And
anyway.
huh?
I was
I
gonna say it's not gonna matter anyway.
No, it doesn't.
not
Yeah.
the
No.
no at the
No.
end
You
of
know,
the
and years
day.
ago, I'm
Mhm.
like, damn, I don't have Jordache jeans. Well, that
I
sucks.
know.
Right? Like, there's always a thing that you're trying to get like everybody else. And it's like, I'm not everybody else. And I
Yeah.
have a certain path and I have to let go and I have to trust it. Right.
Yeah. It's funny you say that. I needed to hear that today and actually receive it because there's been so much in my life and talk about self-doubt where I have purposefully downloaded something, it's had different names, biology, whisper mapping, whatever they were. Quest was one. And I, instead of sticking with it, it's like wasn't, quote, at the time successful enough. And I just like was like, oh, well, it's not that then. And I just threw out the carpet with the whole, the baby in the bathwater went bye-bye. And then now when we're really studying the whispers again, I'm seeing these things pop back. And you were one that stayed steady. You were like, this is my thing. This is how I do it. And I've watched you grow and grow and grow. And I, for whatever reason, fell off the.
You're waiting till
I
I
was
got
waiting until Lianka said yes. and
Till I moved back.
all
and
in
it was-
divine,
Yeah, it
all
was
in
crazy.
divine timing.
Crazy divine.
Although I think I caused myself some needless suffering in the
Well,
middle.
Me too.
We all
Oh,
do.
But I
Yeah.
and I think that I wanted to say that so other people may hear this as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
for sharing that.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's the life that we think we should have, and then there's the life that we have.
Yes.
And it's not it also doesn't mean, well, the life that I have isn't exactly working for me, let's say in a true way. Then I need to ask some questions for myself. How do I shift it? But more the point is, yeah, there's our idea of success, and then there's what true success actually is for my soul. And if I can tune
Mhm.
into that and be that, then I'm fulfilled. I'm not
Mhm.
wanting, I'm not longing, I'm not
No, I
you know,
know. It's
buying the
like,
candy in the alleyway. Hey, psst, Missy, you want some candy? Yeah,
Right. Right.
right. That's what
Well-
I
Right.
want. Yeah, make me this, right? The deals that we've
No.
made in the past, in our past lives, like, hey, if you make this deal, you'll get this. Okay. And in this life, we're like,
Mhm.
dang, why does my leg hurt? Oh shit. I done made an agreement a long time ago that's in my leg. Right? That's why these things are so interesting. Like, you just don't know why our bodies are doing what it's doing, or our consciousness, or
Mhm.
but yeah, I've seen some serious things I've done in the past, and I'm just like, oh God,
Yeah.
I have to white
Yeah.
knuckle
I'm-
them.
Man.
But and it's like it's all about being in my own power.
Mhm.
And I didn't feel that way a long time ago. So I made the
No.
deals, or I hooked my wagon to
Sure,
someone
sure, sure.
else's, right?
Yeah.
All the things. It's like, because I'm
Yeah.
not enough. And it's like this
Trusted.
life is undoing all of that and being
Mhm.
like, I'm enough. Me.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. And we're all on that
yes. Woo.
journey, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we can prevent people from getting into other cults because they don't trust themselves to make
Yep.
a choice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh,
Well,
John,
whew,
I know we need to wrap.
Yes.
Any parting words for us today? You're so lovely. Thank you for going
Oh my
longer with
goodness,
us.
thank
It's been
you.
Oh,
What
it
a
is total
great
jam
time is
session
it?
here.
ooh,
Oh,
Yeah.
it's late.
Yeah. Yeah.
it's it went
Um,
fast. It was
But
fun.
thank
Any
you everybody
last-
for hanging out with us too.
Mhm.
I think when I ask any last words, like in myself, I think the Galactics just want to say, like, we're on it. We're on the trajectory of
Yes.
just huge amount of empowerment, and to keep going, and to trust yourself, and to know that the fears are teachers, and to keep learning about yourself and keep going. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Thank you. And thank you for
Yes.
Galactics, and thank you for bringing that message through.
Thank you, everybody.
So grateful.
Yay. It was a good date.
Yes,
Yes, it was.
the best kind of play date ever. All right, you guys, stick around for just a couple more quick announcements.
Real quick.
Go ahead.
We are building a brand new community. It just got started on Monday. We let in our inner circle just a couple days before, just to feel it out and make sure the land actually worked. And it does. So to find this land, it's called our community for now. You can find it on our live page, which is the link that we send you every single text message, every single email. It's that main dashboard page. If you look for it, it says join the community. The community is free, and it's just for us to follow and make friends within this woo community.
It's a
Woo
private community.
is whispers of oneness, by the way.
Yep. Woo! Whispers
So-
of oneness. Yes.
So you are invited. Don't feel like you will say anything wrong. Don't feel like you've got to figure out the way it works. We don't even know how it works, but we do want to invite you if you do want some more community around it. Also, all of our shows past this week are in there under the calendar. So if you just want to go there so that you've got the calendar, that's your place to go. You can find it on the live page. It says join the community.
That's right. And
Mhm.
all the special offers that we have here, plus any of the ones that we've been talking about in the past, or if you're listening on replay, they're also on that live dashboard. And you can find that at howhustle.com/live.
Live.
But we also want you to be part of this community and a recipient of all of our different bonuses, and make sure that you're on our newsletter. So be sure to get signed up, and you can do that at howhustle.com/unlock.
Mhm.
Again, all of these different ways for you to play and hang out with us. We're also on Instagram. It's at How Hustle Live, and also on YouTube. So if you're listening it on YouTube, be sure to sign up to get on our newsletter. Once again, that's howhustle.com/unlock.
Well, and you can find all of these at the very, very bottom of the live page so that you can get to our Instagram, you can get to YouTube or whatever. This has been an absolutely amazing day.
Yeah.
3 days in.
Thank y'all for
We
hanging
do
out.
have some sponsors that we wanted to let you know about. And I shared my ice roller earlier. We will be sharing more direct links next week. I shared this because Prime Day on Amazon is next week, and this is linked on one of our Amazon. But if you're looking for any sponsor, we're just going to go through 5 of them during this week. We talked about the doggy one yesterday. If you're looking for any of that, that's also on the live page where it says thank you, our sponsors. So I just wanted to point that out. And as I just like to offer and follow the journey to help you get good things in your life.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Be sure to write us and let us know how you're doing. If you have any questions, it's at team@howhustle.com. And with that, are we a wrap?
Yeah, I think we are.
All right, everybody, thank you for joining us.
This is
Out Hustle,
reminding you
to take a little time to
enjoy the woo.